Eagle Bank.
Annual percentage yield is available as of 1/16/25. The Elite Guaranteed Money Market is available to newly deposited funds to Eagle Bank. Minimum balance to open the account is $20,000. For Eagle Bank transfers, a minimum of $20,000 if new money is required. APY is guaranteed for 3 months. After 3 months, it's variable and subject to change without notice. If the account balance drops below $20,000, the interest rate and APY revert to 0%. Fees may reduce the earnings on this account. Offer may be withdrawn at any time. Eagle Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
I'm Jenna Fisher.
And I'm Angela Kinsey.
And together we have the podcast Office Ladies.
Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere.
Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlandEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlandEnergy.com.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Here with Alex Cora is Andy Hart and Nick Fitzy-Stevens of WEEI Afternoons.
Alex Cora, thanks for joining us today. Are we safe to say we're feeling a little bit better after last night's performance?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, we feel better. I mean, yesterday was a much better game. We pitched, we ran the bases well. Obviously, we hit, and we play a clean game, which is what we're trying to accomplish.
From the outside looking in, it seemed and sounded like you kind of called your baseball team out the other night after the 16-1 loss, and a night later they responded. Would you sort of agree with that assessment?
No, I called out the coaches, man. No, it's we find ways to send messages, and what I tell the media most of the time, I tell the players, and they know that we have a good baseball team, and they know that we haven't played to our standards, right? And it's not about wins or losses. It's about how you play on a nightly basis. You got to be consistent, and we've been consistently bad, to be honest with you. I think defensively we have struggled. Offensively, it's been up and down, and the pitching has been inconsistent, like I said. So it's one of those that you want to finish the road trip the right way, regardless of the result. I've been saying it all along since day one in spring training. If we play consistent and we do the things that we're supposed to do, we're going to win a lot of ball games. And right now, we're around 500 because we haven't done that.
It's funny you say, Alex, that you guys have been chasing but not being able to achieve consistency, because if I had to pick one way to describe the team, it would be consistently inconsistent. You guys have been up and down. That's
a good way to say it.
Thank you. Please feel free. It's all yours. But, the thing is, like, the only real constant so far have been too many strikeouts, or so it seems, and some defensive miscues. So how do you think you get on track being a more consistent ball club? And between the strikeouts and the errors, which of those drives you craziest and you think you can clean up quicker?
From my end, because as a player who I was, the defense is the one that drives me crazy. But then you sit down and you break it down, and there's been 4 catches interference. Tristan dropped a throw from Trevor. That usually doesn't happen. I know Alex has 4 errors, but, he's probably leading the league in starting double plays. Trevor made an error on lack of communication on the double play. So you break it down and see what is really going on, and there's a lot of good things defensively, some bad things too, like I just mentioned them. But I think that's the part that it drives me crazy because of who I was, like I said before, as a player.
I know you often tell us how long the season is and sort of saying even-keeled. And one of the things I looked at is, you play some bad baseball. You're a sub-500 team. You get some games that 11-1, 16-1. And then you look at the standings and you're 2 games out of first place. Like the AL East is bunched up. The AL in general is bunched up. Do you take any solace in that? Like, yeah, we've played some bad baseball. I think we're a good baseball team, and we're really only 2 games out right now.
Probably a lot of people in the not in the organization and the division feels that way too, right? Like nobody has played great baseball, and it's still early, obviously, but we've been in tough situations, right? Early in the season, like one team, I think at one point, remember the Rays, they won like 13 in a row early in the season a few years ago or last year, I don't remember. And right away they had a 6 or 7 game lead. The Yankees have done that a few times. We did it in 18. So, for how inconsistent we've been, I feel okay that nobody in the division has taken off.
So Duran got his first home run of the season last night as well. Do you think that maybe that first dinger, some positive at bats for him, could that be something that finally gets him going? Because perhaps if there's anybody, I know Bregman's hitting well, Story's hitting well, but if there's anybody who could be the spark or the catalyst offensively for the Sox, it very likely could be Duran.
Yeah, and it started on Monday, which is great. In a game that was out of hand, the last at bat hit a ground ball through the hole. Then yesterday, obviously the homer, but the 2 walks, controlling the strike zone is very important. And when you start walking, it means that you are on time, you're swinging at the right ones, you're not trying to do too much. And yesterday, the homer was great, but ended up walking twice. We just talked about it. I just saw him in the clubhouse. Just the quality of the at-bats were a lot better. He's been actually, if you look at him in Texas and in Baltimore, he was driving the ball to left center. And then he got away from it, trying to do too much. Hopefully he gets back to let the ball travel and driving it to left center. And if he starts doing that consistently, then it's going to be fun to watch.
Obviously, he carried the day offensively last night as well. Alex Bregman going to be off on a bit of a paternity leave. How long do you expect him to be out, and who's going to be filling in for him during his absence?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everything goes well tonight or tomorrow. And his plan is to be back with us on Friday. So we wish him and Regan nothing but the best, What a night he had yesterday, right? You go 5 for 5, hop on a plane and get your second child, right? That was amazing. And, Sogar is going to be with us. He's going to be with us today. We'll see what happens on Friday, but I think it's good. Switch hitter who can play first, second. Well, he can play everywhere. It's a quality of bat.
Alex, my moles tell me that Rafi Devers takes ground balls pregame and it's part of his warm-ups and things of that nature. I know you've said he won't play third, but is there a chance we see him at first? Could we see him use that glove in games? What's the story there?
No. Rafi's going to DH. He's, unless it's an emergency, we'll use him on the field, but the plan is for him to DH.
Along those same lines, Christian Campbell, is the plan to continue to give him reps at different spots? Has there been any thought to just placing him at second base and letting him develop there full time? Because obviously he's been great offensively, been some hiccups here or there defensively. Thought to that?
No, he'll keep doing the same thing. He'll play the majority of the games at second base. He'll play probably center field once a week. We got to get David Hamilton involved. That's very important for us. He's a big part of what we're trying to accomplish. He's a dynamic player. You guys know what he can do when he gets on base, and we got to get him at bats.
And before we let you go, I know we asked you this last week, but are we even closer, I guess, a week later to the troops, the pitching troops, Bayo and Giolito, and maybe getting some reinforcements?
Yeah, Gio pitched yesterday. It was 2 innings, 60 pitches. So just waiting on the report, how'd he go, how he feels. Most likely he has 1 or 2 more. Bayo is pitching tonight in Hartford. So hopefully it's a good one. And, the plan is for him to probably join us next week. Liam is pitching tonight too. In that game, there's a good chance he'll join us over the weekend.
All right, Alex, appreciate you with joining us, and hopefully we'll look forward to another victory tonight and talking to you next week.
Thank you, guys. See you guys next week. Be well.
Thank you, Alex.
That was manager Alex Cora with Andy Hart and Nick Fitzy-Stevens from WEEI Afternoons. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. I'm Christian Arcan. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Still to come here, we got the Subaru scoreboard update, our Herb Chambers lineups, and I'm going to continue Costanzaing my picks and my lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. That's coming up right after this on the Mass Mutual pregame show.
This season, let your shoes do the talking. Designer Shoe Warehouse is packed with fresh styles that speak to your whole vibe without saying a word. From cool sneakers that look good with everything, to easy sandals you'll want to wear on repeat, DSW has you covered. Find a shoe for every you from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and more. Head to your DSW store or visit DSW.com today.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shaden Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shaden. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Do you know what really went down the night John Belushi died? Or about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's snatch and grab gang and The Rock's nearly 10 arrests? These stories and more are told in the new podcast, Hollywoodland, where true crime and Tinseltown collide. Hollywoodland is hosted by me, Jake Brennan, creator of the award-winning music and true crime podcast, Disgraceland. Follow and listen to Hollywoodland wherever you get your podcasts.
What is insurance?
Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
You're in it together.
You feel supported.
From the beginning to the end. What insurance is just taking care of people. It's definitely a way of life.
Cross Insurance. Our way of life since 1954.
Hey, it's Dan Ambleman from Phantom Gourmet. If you're anything like me, you know the feeling. As soon as you click yes on a subscription, you feel trapped. That's why Awaken 180 was such a relief. There's no subscription, no auto payments, no sneaky fine print. You pay as you go, losing weight while you go. After dropping 6 pounds my first week, I realized the proof was in the results. The weekly results on the scale and the weekly results I would feel. 12 pounds down after 2 weeks, and I was sleeping better. 18 pounds down after 3 weeks, and my skin was clearer. Every week I lost weight, and every week I would gain in life. I reached my goal thanks to Awaken 180, 50 pounds by the time I turned 50, and haven't looked back. Instead, I look forward. Each month I can see my awesome coaches at the Newton location, and for free. No subscriptions, no automatic withdrawals, no fine print. Results and free support for life are what I found with Awaken 180, and you will too. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What We Spend is a new podcast that explores something we almost never talk about. Every week, you'll hear a different guest share everything they spend their money on. What We Spend is available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Nice to have you with us here tonight, Red Sox fans. And now it's time for the Herb Chambers starting lineups at Herb Chambers. We don't sell cars. We help people buy them. For the Red Sox, leading off in left field, as he's done every game but one so far this year, Jarren Duran. He'll be followed by Rafi Devers, DHing. Trevor Story will bat third and play shortstop in the absence of Alex Bregman. Willie Abreu batting cleanup in right. The new third baseman is Romy Gonzalez. He'll bat fifth tonight, followed by Tristan Casas at first base. Carlos Narvaez, your number 7 hitter, doing the catching. He'll be followed by David Hamilton at second, and Ceddanne Rafaela in the 9-hole playing center field behind the starter, Sean Newcomb. Over on the Tampa side, it'll be Yandy Diaz leading off as he has the previous 2 nights. Curtis Mead, the Australian, starting off at first base, and in the 2-hole, Junior Caminero will bat third and play third base. He'll be followed by cleanup hitter Christopher Morel in left field. Jose Caballero, first look at him this series, will bat fifth and play right. Danny Jansen will do the catching in the 6-hole, followed by Coco Montez, who pinch hit, I believe, in that 16-1 game. Jake Mangum will bat eighth in center field, and Taylor Walls will play shortstop behind the starter, Zach Littell. It's time now for the Subaru scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Bunch of finals to tell you about already. We'll start in St. Louis, where Lars Nootbaar's 3-run home run was a blast, too. About 420 feet. Ended up giving the Cardinals a 4-1 win over the Houston Astros. The Astros now fall to 8-10 on the year. The Cardinals up to 500 at 9-9. The Minnesota Twins got a walk-off RBI single from Ty France in the 10th inning. They beat the Mets by a final score of 4-3. The Brewers with a 5-1 win over the Tigers, thanks in part to a 2-run home run from Rhys Hoskins. Vlad Guerrero Jr. with a solo shot. That helped put the Blue Jays past the Braves by a score of 3-1. Atlanta Braves off to a horrible start. We're complaining about the Red Sox. The Braves are 5-13 to start the year. 2-11 away from Atlanta, which is pretty bad. It's the top of the 9th inning. The Cubs trying to make a comeback against the Padres, who they beat last night 2-1. They now trail them 4-2 here as they start off the inning, trying to make a comeback in this one. The rest of the game's just getting underway, or early on at least. In Baltimore, it's the end of the first inning. No score between the Guardians and the Orioles. Bottom one in Florida, Marlins and the D-backs are scoreless. The Mariners have taken a 1-0 lead over the Reds. They're about to play the bottom of the first inning there. Same deal in Pittsburgh, bottom of the first. Pirates and Nationals are scoreless. The Phillies and the Giants just getting underway in Philadelphia as well. Still to come tonight, a 7:05 start time in Kansas City as the Royals, or not in Kansas City, in New York, as the Royals visiting the Yankees in the Bronx. It'll be Chris Bubich and Clark Schmidt, your starters there. The A's in Chicago to take on the White Sox. Osvaldo Bido and Jonathan Cannon, the scheduled starters at 7:40 in Chicago. Texas, they'll be hosting the L.A. Angels at an 8:05 start time down in Arlington. Jose Soriano and Patrick Corbin will be your starters, and a 10:10 start time in L.A. between the Dodgers and the Rockies. German Marquez and Bobby Miller, the starting pitchers in that one. Now it's time for the lock of the game, which is presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. Now, Joe, last night, I picked the Rays -1.5, and I told everybody Costanza this pick. And I was right. If you had taken the Red Sox -1.5, which is the opposite of that, you would have won the bet. So I'm going to do the same thing. My gut is telling me, what is the deal with betting on baseball? My gut is telling me to take the under tonight. But as you all know, my gut is not doing me any favors here at all. It's been really, really rough so far. But nonetheless, fade or follow, I'd suggest fading. My gut is telling me to take the under. It's 9. The over-under is 9 runs. I know that was a nice offensive explosion for the Red Sox last night, but it was primarily because of Alex Bregman. He's not in the lineup, and the Rays don't hit lefties very well. So that's my reasoning. I'm not just throwing picks out there for no reason. I'm chasing the steam a little bit with some of these and, following very recent small sample size trends. I am guilty of that, but I'm not just pulling them up out of nowhere. The Rays do not hit lefties well. The Red Sox, I thought that was good offense last night, and I think they can beat this team tonight, obviously. But I don't know if they're going to be able to put up a ton of runs without Alex Bregman, who was the catalyst for it all yesterday. I'd like to see that, obviously. I hope I do. And even if they don't score 9 runs, I'd like to see a Red Sox win here because it would be really nice to see them win another series after losing the previous 2 to Chicago and Toronto. And I think all in all, you come away with a win in this series, and you're sort of back to even in a lot of ways. You're back to even in the record. You'll be 10-10. And in terms of series, you'll have won 3 and lost 3. So it's really a nice time to kind of reset. After this, you got Chicago for a 4-game series at Fenway Park, which I don't think the White Sox are going to catch lightning in a bottle like they did last week. I think there's a chance that this could be a nice pivot point where we all sort of look back and say, yeah, okay, it was a tough start there for the Red Sox, but they got their feet under them, and look at them now. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, that's exactly what we're going to be saying. So under 9 runs. But I would suggest Costanza-ing this pick just like I'm doing. I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Do not move a muscle. First pitch is coming your way next right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
What We Spend is a new podcast that explores something we almost never talk about. Every week, you'll hear a different guest share everything they spend their money on. What We Spend is available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places that I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
From Steinbrenner Field in Tampa Bay, Florida, we welcome you to another wonderfully warm Florida late spring night. As tonight, the Boston Red Sox play the deciding game of a 3-game series with the Tampa Bay Rays. It was Alex Bregman night last night. The Sox looking to take a second series from an AL East rival on the season. They'll have Sean Newcomb on the mound, and Zach Littell, who got rocked in his last start, is on the mound for the Rays. Welcome into the broadcast booth at Steinbrenner Field. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks, and all wins not created equal last night, Will. That felt like it took a load off the Red Sox. I mean, it's all about the starting pitching. We'll see what Newcomb has today, but you feel like maybe now the offense will start to roll.
You hope so, right? Game one, you get pummeled 16-1, and then we're going, how are they going to answer? How do they bounce back? And it was really firing on all cylinders yesterday. Offensively, defensively was great. Pitching was solid. So it was good to see what this team should be and what we've been expecting to see.
Alex Bregman, the 5-hit night, couple home runs. He is on paternity leave. He and his wife Reagan, any moment now. It may have already happened, welcoming their second child into the world. Everybody with the Red Sox is thinking about Alex and hoping for good news there. In the meantime, Alex Cora will change up his lineup. Some bench guys will get opportunities here tonight. Nick Sogard, for now, takes Bregman's spot on the roster. Before we get you the lineups and set the scene, time now for the national anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Just a beautiful Florida night. Umpires march the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Game 3 of this series, the finale. The Sox will have their first off day since April Fool's Day before they open up a long homestand at Fenway Park. Over the weekend tomorrow, the Red Sox will be patiently awaiting news from Double-A Portland today. They're in Hartford. Brian Bayo is on the mound. Liam Hendricks also expected to pitch in that game. Injury report brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right, 110 Grill. Proud to be a partner of the WEEI Red Sox radio network. And Will, Alex Cora told us that it seems likely that rather than force the issue with Crochet on Friday, it seems like it's a good shot that Hunter Dobbins will come up and pitch on Friday for the Red Sox. Then Crochet will set the wheels in motion on Saturday. And they think that Bayo could join the team in the middle of the next week.
Yeah, hopefully all goes well. Obviously, things didn't go great with Giolito yesterday. He wasn't happy with his performance, wasn't happy with how the ball was coming out. Bayo has looked pretty good so far. Maybe the results haven't been as great, but he's there working on stuff that was essentially his spring training. It'll be good to see him, and I would assume it would be Tuesday. That would be his day back. And then Liam Hendricks possibly this weekend, which would be an added boost to this bullpen.
It does feel like Giolito's a little bit behind Bayo at this point. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. You're going to give us the lineups in a moment, but David Hamilton comes in, Will, and after a great spring training, he's not had a lot of playing time, and you figure maybe his speed can unlock something here tonight.
That's the hope, right? Just find a way to put the ball in play, let your speed play. I would love to see him drop a bunt down in certain situations if it calls for it, just because that puts so much pressure on the defense with how he gets down the baseline. He has looked good defensively, which is nice, but offensively, swinging the bat timing-wise is tough when you're not playing.
How about tonight's starting lineups?
Starting lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the Boston Red Sox, Jarren Duran leading off in left field. Ralphie Devers at DH in his 1,000th career game. Trevor Story at short. Wilyer Abreu in right. Romy Gonzalez getting a start at third base with Bregman on leave. Tristan Casas at first. Carlos Narvaez catching. David Hamilton at second base. And Cedon Rafaela in center. For the Tampa Bay Rays, Yandy Diaz leading off at DH. Curtis Mead at first. Junior Caminero playing third. Christopher Morel in left field. Jose Caballero in right. Danny Jansen catching. Coco Montes playing second base. That's a great name. Jake Mangum in center and Taylor Walls at short.
Coco Montes is on the all-name squad in MLB as Zach Littell, who's pitched well against the Red Sox but not great this season, is on the mound now. Begin his warm-up tosses for the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, Raffy gets to the 1,000 game mark tonight. We'll talk a lot about him, comparing to some of the great all-time Red Sox players. The Red Sox will see Littell, who gave up 7 runs, 4 homers in his last time against the LA Angels. Will, I know you've dug deep on Zach Littell. He does not miss a lot of bats, and his profile does fit a lot of these Red Sox hitters.
It does. In a way, he throws a lot of sliders and sinkers, so he's down in the zone. We've seen the Red Sox struggle tremendously with the four-seam up. He only throws that 14% of the time, which is great for this lineup. And honestly, looking at his last 2 starts, I mean, he went 4 innings, gave 8 hits and 7 runs against the Angels. The start before that against Texas, 7 innings, but he did give up 5 runs. Doesn't strike out a ton, and I think he does pitch to the strength of this offense down in the strike zone.
Duran and Casas, Devers have had success against him. Jaron will lead it off in this ball game as the Red Sox look to jump all over Tampa Bay. You know, Will, it's only 20 games now into this season, but it does feel like the Red Sox are a different team when they take the lead early and when they set the tone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it backs it up. What is it? When they score first, they're, 8-2, 9-2, something like that. It matters. And when they score 4 runs, they hardly lose. But how many times have we seen them score 1 run, 2 runs, and the offense just not wake up? You hope that yesterday was the restart button they needed.
Both these hitters, Duran and Devers, have had a lot of success against Zach Littell, trying to get things off of the right foot. Duran in the road grays. He's into the left-handed batter's box. Excited to see the Red Sox jersey rollout coming out this weekend. You got the Marathon, you got Patriots Day, you got Boston Strong. Here is Jaron in the road grays. Zach Littell at the letters, throws, and Duran takes a high fastball. Ball 1. We're underway, 7:06 p.m., just a minute behind. 76 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Here's the 1-0. Duran, who homered for the first time last night, takes slider outside, and it's 2-0.
By the way, first pitch of the game, 4-seamer. So that will be on the menu today for Littell, just knowing the profile of these hitters for the Red Sox.
It kills sinkers most of the time. The 2-0 is on the ground softly to the right side. Meade, the first baseman, has it. He'll take it to the bag, 1 down. That will disappoint Jaron Duran, having been ahead 2-0.
Yeah, you want to, I don't want to say a more aggressive swing. You want to be on time more when you're in that count, with more hard contact. Really, it was a 4-seam fastball, but let it get in on the hands.
So here now is Raffy, who in his career is 2 for 8 with a homer against Littell. Holds the bat high. Pitch is a strike. Top of the zone, slider. And it is 0-1. Devers comes in 222. Homer and 9 driven in. Cooled off a little bit the last couple of days. He takes a fastball up and away, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, it seems like his timing's been off. Again, not quite, wasn't like the start he had to the season, those first 5 games, but definitely has been late on fastballs lately.
1-1. He is up and in. Fastball there, and it is actually a slider high and tight, and it's 2-1.
You know what's interesting with Littell is when you look at the heat maps of where he throws that slider, he throws it up in the zone a lot, almost uses it like a cutter.
2-1 to Devers. The pitch is right there, but called a ball, and that was just top side of the zone, but the home plate umpire, Emil Jimenez, says no, and it's 3-1 to Devers. 1 out in the first. The pitch is popped up. Foul side of third behind the Red Sox dugout. It'll get out of play. For the Rays, Curtis Meade is at first. Montes, Coco that is at second base. Taylor Walls at short. Caminero, a work in progress at third. Mangum in center, Caballero in right, and Morel in left. If that's not a Tampa Bay Rays lineup, nothing ever is.
Hoping Littell leaves one of those sliders over the plate for Raffy right here.
3-2 with Story on deck. The pitch is ball 4. Raffy patient again. Excellent stuff for Devers. He draws his 13th walk of the season, and he's aboard with 1 out for Story.
Littell once again going to that slider, trying to catch the top of the zone. that one was a much higher than the other ones in that at bat, but you're really not going to get that call from a home plate umpire throwing that breaking ball that high.
Story has been red hot. 11 for his last 26 with power. Chance here. The pitch is right there. Fastball. Center cut. I guess that's another slider from Littell. It doesn't have a lot of bite tonight, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, it's always been used. He uses it a lot. He throws it more than anything, and it is more cutterish than anything.
0-1 to Story. The pitch is fouled back, man. He had a pitch to hit right there. 90-mile-an-hour sinker on his hands, and it's 0-2.
How about Trevor? You go back to April 2nd. So the last 14 games, he's hitting .356, 3 homers, 8 driven in.
7 multi-hit games. And it's sort of under the radar. He's had a very good offensive season. Willier Abreu again, the cleanup man. He's on deck. 1 on, 1 out, just underway in the top of the first. The pitch to Trevor, swinging a ground ball foul. Hit hard outside of third. Splitter from Littell. And it is 0-2. The Rays were the first team to make him a starter. He came into the big leagues with the Minnesota Twins in the bullpen, then went on to the San Francisco Giants, where he almost got into a fist fight with Gabe Kapler.
Probably not the manager to pick for that.
Better to fight Tito than Kapler. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. A splitter, and Story is gone. So 2 down for Willier.
A good pitch from Littell right there. You get so stuck on his slider fastball combination, then he will mix that in, even to right-handers, which can be a really tough pitch, bearing down and in, playing off his sinker really well.
Against the Red Sox, he's had 3 very good starts. Here's Willier trying to unlock it again. Devers at first. The pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 92. And it is 0-1. Seven runs allowed with 4 homers last time against the LA Angels. The 0-1 to Abreu. Big swing and a miss. Slider. And it's 0-2. I cannot remember a cutter slash slider that is more straight than the one Littell is throwing right now. 0-2 to Willier. Here's the pitch, and it is pop foul out of play on the third base side. That'll make the seats, and it'll stay 0-2.
Yeah, looking at the profile of his slider, so the movement profile, it to your point, it is basically a cutter. Doesn't do much. It's got 5 inches less drop than average and 3 inches less break side to side. So it's literally a cutter, but the spin dictates it being a slider.
0-2 to Willier. The pitch is outside. You'd love to get Romy Gonzalez up in this spot. You and I both have a little feeling about him. He had a spectacular batting practice before the game.
He cost whoever buys baseballs around here for batting practice, he cost him a lot of money today. He was hitting them out all over the place.
Got a little swagger going. It's 1-2 to Willier with Devers at first and 2 down. Littell sets, he throws, and Willier swings and misses. He is gone. That cut slider, and Abreu is gone. Red Sox retired in the first inning. Sean Newcomb needs a better first inning than he's had in his first 3 starts. It'll be Diaz, Meade, and Caminero for the Rays. Scoreless after half an inning. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it. Artificial intelligence, AI, it's all you hear about. But how far away is it? And what are the potential threats from AI that could totally upend the way Americans live their lives? What will it do to the job market? What will the unemployment rate be? What does it mean for data privacy or cybersecurity? How about the banking system or national security? The ECB has already warned about a bubble in AI stocks. Could this spread to other sectors? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, this may not be the time to wait and find out. Learn how you could help protect your life savings using precious metals like gold and silver. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. Call 855-GOLD-IRA now. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
John Newcomb's first pitch to the always dangerous Yandy Diaz misses down and in. Ball one. Newcomb has really struggled in the first inning. Diaz is hot. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Good cutter. And it is 1-1.
To your point, I mean, he's 4 earned runs. Opponent's hitting .385 in the first innings. All other innings, he's pitching to a 2.7 ERA.
1-1 to Yandy. Is a strike on the inside corner. Really good fastball, 93, and it's 1-2. Overall, this is his 4th start. Too many base runners so far for Newcomb. Here's the 1-2, and it is down and in. Good slider. That did miss inside to Diaz, and it's 2-2. In 12 2/3 innings, 20 hits and 7 walks. Too much traffic behind Sean. The 2-2 is fouled off. Went with a changeup for the first time. And Diaz just spoiled it. Stays 2-2.
And 9 of those 20 hits are on his cutter, which helped him make this team as a pitch he added this spring. But teams have been sitting on it. They get the scouting reports from spring training.
Especially the Orioles in his debut. The 2-2 is outside. He tried another slider. That one missed, and it's 3-2. Casas at first. Hamilton at second. Trevor Story, the shortstop, with Romy at third. Defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group. 3-2, high, ball 4. Not the way that Newcomb wanted to start his first inning, especially not in this bandbox of a yard. He has not yet allowed a home run, but that is no consolation in this field the way it's playing.
No, and batting practice today was ridiculous. The wind died down quite a bit. This is probably the least windy it's been at game time in all 3 games here.
Newcomb now out of the stretch to Curtis Mead, who swings and fouls the first pitch off down the right field line and out of play. And it is 0-1. Red Sox have Cedon in center. Willier in right with Jaron Duran in left. 0-1 is just inside. Fastball, and it's 1-1. Brought to you by Baldwin Group, insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. 1-1, leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the first. The pitch, high fly into shallow right field. Back goes Hamilton. In comes Abreu, and Willier takes over. Makes the play. That'll settle Newcomb down 1 away.
He did a good job in that at bat and pitching in on Mead. Fastballs and cutters. He's got that really good slurve. He can go through with 2 strikes for Chase. But if he can execute pitches in on these right-handers, because it's 9 right-handers in this lineup, he'll be in a good spot.
You know that Newcomb's feeling it on the mound with Bayo closer to coming back. Dobbins pitching well. Here's Junior Caminero, always dangerous. He grounds it into right field. That's a base hit right at Abreu. Got out there quickly, so Diaz holds at second. I think that's been the issue for Newcomb. So much contact, Will. Very little swing and miss. And to be fair, a couple times plays have not been made behind it. But in today's game, not missing bats is a very difficult way to live.
Totally, and he missed the spot right there. He's trying to go in with the cutter, leaves it middle away out over the plate, and the right side was wide open. The infield was shifted as far as they can for a right-handed batter.
So here's Christopher Morel, right-handed hitter. 2 on, 1 out. A jam again for Newcomb. Here's the pitch. High pop-up into shallow center field. Cedon with the shades on. Actually up on his hat. Reaches up to make the play. That's a big pitch. 2 down. It feels like every time you look up and Newcomb's on the mound, Will, there are 2 guys on base.
Especially in the first inning. But even as he's pitched well in other innings, to your point, there's guys on. He's gotten a ton of double plays to get him out of jams. But, man, stressful innings nonetheless.
3 straight innings in Baltimore really sort of stemmed the tide there. Here's Jose Caballero, and time is called. Was that a violation? No, Narvaez at the last possible minute called for time. Maybe not happy with the pitch they decided on.
Probably avoiding the violation is what it was. He probably thought Newcomb was late to start.
I could use a little of that from you in our booth here. It is bottom of the first inning. Piloting Norms left and right. 2 down, 2 on the pitch. Down and in. Newcomb has induced 4 double plays to start this season.
Had a couple big ones in Baltimore in that first start where, I mean, they were all over him early in the game. Then he really settled in and worked deeper into the game than we thought he would get. But mainly because of 2 big double plays in those bases loaded spots.
Casas deep in conversation with Caminero over at first base. He'll now back away. Get well off the line. 1-0 to Caballero. The pitch is a strike. On the outside corner. Cut fastball. Good one, and it's 1-1.
Casas fluent in Spanish, correct?
Oh, yes.
Of course he is.
International man of mystery. 1-1. Here's the pitch. And it is foul on the right field side. And out of play there. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Well, in the second inning, if Newcomb can get him there tied, Romy then Casas to lead it off. Both ready to click tonight. Here's a breaking ball down beneath the zone. And it is 2-2.
I want to see Newcomb use his four-seamer a little more. It's been really effective for him. He thumbs a lot. He throws a lot of off-speed. His fastball can play.
Here's a foul right back to the screen. A 2-2 fastball.
And when you throw that much off-speed, all the cutters, the slurs, the changeups, everything he throws, all of a sudden that 93 has a little more jump on it and can get in on the hands for some weak contact.
2-2, 2 on, 2 down. Here it is, and it misses inside with a slider. So right away, a very important pitch coming here for Sean Newcomb. Another great crowd. They've sold out all their home games here at Steinbrenner Field. A swing and a miss and a fastball. A huge pitch for Sean Newcomb, and he strands 2 Rays in the first. Unscathed after 1, no score in this bandbox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run.
Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shadin Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shadin sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shadin is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
Dealer for details. The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Romy Gonzalez leads it off in the top of the second. We are scoreless in Tampa. Right on right, the pitch to Romy, swinging a high fly foul. He is in swing mode. That one just out of play on the first base side. All Romy's done is go 8 for 18. 21 plate appearances, and 18 of them grayed out as high quality for the Red Sox. The 0-1. Swinging a chopper up the middle. The shortstop Walls behind the bag, throws to first in time. And he is gone, one away.
I think what's very impressive with what Romy's done is he doesn't play often, right? He's a bench role player. And to be that successful when you just play twice a week, it's pretty impressive.
He told me that he thinks that the simplification of his swing has helped him with that. Here is Casas, who hit 2 huge deep fly fouls last night. Here he takes strike 1, a slider. And it's 0-1. A $180 for Tristan, a homer and 3 driven in. He's only gotten base a 242 clip. 0-1 pitch. That's a ball. Splitter that missed, and it is 1-1. Casas has only walked 4 times in 17 games.
Well, they wanted him to be more aggressive, and he's been that, but it looked much better yesterday. Some much more aggressive swings early in counts.
No doubt. 1-1 is inside. That's a good take. It's such a delicate balance with him because it's in his hitter's DNA to be patient, to know the strike zone. And yet you and I both think, and so does Alex Cora, that when he's in swing mode early, he can do a ton of damage.
Right, but you have to mentally commit to that. Because if you're not all in, you're going to be late on the fastballs. You're going to see the swings that we have seen over the last 2 weeks because he's not all in.
2-1 is swung on and skied into center field. This one will hold up in front of the warning track. Just missed that one. Nice balanced swing, but 2 away.
He's not far off. I'm telling you right now, he's about to get hot here pretty quick.
Well, last night and tonight, those are some really encouraging swings. And the 2 down, the base is empty. Here is Carlos Narvaez. Spring is here. Ham it up with spiral sliced ham at Shaw's and Star Market, just in time for your Easter feasts. Here's Carlos, who's cooled off a little bit after a red-hot start. Pitch to him. On the ground, too short. Walls is so good there. Gobbles it up, throws to first. Very easy. Top of the second for Littell. No score. Newcomb back to work after this in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Introducing the new and improved Mega Millions. Bigger and faster growing jackpots with better odds of winning. Plus, every play includes a randomly generated multiplier that increases all non-jackpot prizes by up to 10 times. More Mega, more Millions. Please play responsibly.
Drake's Cakes have been a sweet part of your life for 128 years. Devil Dogs, Ring Dings, Funny Bones, or our newest flavor, the Boston Cream Yodels. You owe it to yourself to pick up a carton or 2. Available right now at your favorite retailer. Remember, life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
If you're in the market for Michelin tires, get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. With Michelin's innovative technologies designed for durability and performance, you can trust you're getting the highest quality tires over all the toughest of road conditions. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. So if you're looking for the best deal on Michelin tires, get to Town Fair because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sean Newcomb hoping for a little easier go of it. In the second inning, he'll see Danny Jansen, Coco Montez, and Jake Mangum in Herb Chambers' batting order. In this inning, is brought to you by Herb Chambers, Toyota of Auburn, and Toyota of Boston. I love how he rests at Herb Chambers, Toyota of Boston. Here's the pitch to Danny Jansen. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Cutter, and it's 0-1. Bregman back in Boston. Maybe a dad 2 times over by now. The 0-1 is down and in. You imagine some sort of nervy times for Alex and Reagan expecting their second child. Flew out after the game last night. He was the hero and then went to go be a dad again. The 1-1 is down. And isn't life in the big leagues crazy where the schedule's got to dictate the way you live your personal life?
I think we both looked at each other and went, our wives would never. Right? I'm going to have the baby whenever.
It's coming when it's coming. Yeah. The 2-1 is high in the air into center field. Cedon drifts back a little bit in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. I think there's something in this ballpark, Will, early in games. The batter's eye now is starting to get a little more shadow on it. Early on, it's this black mesh in straightaway center. Seems like it might reflect and bother the hitters.
Yeah, so shadows are one thing where that could be tough with picking up the ball, but when the batter's eye is bright, when the sun is reflecting off of it.
Here's Coco Montes, strike on the outside corner.
It can be really tough to pick up the ball. Generally in stadiums like this, it's for the first 2-3 innings, and then you're fine.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. It's one of the reasons that this is a night game. Now, Tampa never helps the Red Sox out on getaway day. It seems like every single time we came to the Trop, even if there are 500 people in the stands, getaway day is 7 o'clock. Here's a pitch to Montes. That is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Newcomb has retired 4 straight. Good fastball there, and they're 2 down.
That's his pitch. I'm telling you, I know he throws a ton of off speed to make that fastball play up, and he pitches backwards to set the fastball up. Right there, I mean, he was looking for the slurve down and in, and the fastball just froze him.
Here comes Jake Mangum. Rays are in a 13-game homestand because of weather and rain that's coming later in the summer. The pitch is outside. You're a Florida resident now. You know that you can basically book it in the late afternoon, early evening. It's going to rain a ton here this summer.
Yeah.
And obviously no roof. 1-0 is chopped to the shortstop Story. Nice job to backhand. He throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Sean Newcomb. Hey, we might actually get to Logan before 4 a.m. tonight. No score after 2. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run.
Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
There are 2 types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shadon Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shadon brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dan Andelman from Phantom Gourmet. If you're anything like me, you know the feeling. As soon as you click yes on a subscription, you feel trapped. That's why Awaken 180 was such a relief. There's no subscription, no auto payments, no sneaky fine print. You pay as you go, losing weight while you go. After dropping 6 pounds my first week, I realized the proof was in the results. The weekly results on the scale and the weekly results I would feel. 12 pounds down after 2 weeks, and I was sleeping better. 18 pounds down after 3 weeks, and my skin was clearer. Every week I lost weight, and every week I would gain in life. I reached my goal thanks to Awaken 180, 50 pounds by the time I turned 50, and haven't looked back. Instead, I look forward. Each month I can see my awesome coaches at the Newton location, and for free. No subscriptions, no automatic withdrawals, no fine print. Results and free support for life are what I found with Awaken 180, and you will too. Online at Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
David Hamilton will lead it off in the third. No score. Steinbrenner Field, Tampa. Hamilton shows a bunt, takes it back. It's called a strike anyway. We were wondering about that. Hamilton's been in such a funk offensively. He's not played a lot, but he has won for his first 18 left-handed hitter. So much speed. The 0-1 is a little outside, and it's 1-1.
Part of the bunt there, he might not have had any reason to bunt right there, but Caminero is all the way in, and that's just to draw him in a little more and make him lose a little range over there on the left side.
Yeah, get a better angle. The 1-1 is a check swing. Did he go? No. Says the third base umpire, Gabe Morales. First homer. He's only got one hit, Hamilton, who was just one of the great Red Sox players in all of spring training. 2-1 hitters count for him. Pitch. He bunts it foul under the legs of the catcher. I like the idea a lot. He missed it, and it's 2-2. By the way, Narvaez was the 7th batter of the game, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. Austin's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. 777 7777. 2-2 to Hamilton. He is outside. Good take on a fastball. And it's 3-2.
You got that number memorized.
It's really hard work.
Pretty good.
I read the cue cards over and over every night just to ingrain it in my brain. 3-2 pitch. Hamilton drives one down the right field line, hits his extra bases if fair, and it is gone! That thing just kept on carrying. Why bunt when you can homer? It's 1-0 Red Sox.
Don't you love that? A guy shows bunt twice in an at-bat, gets to 2 strikes, and just tomahawks the ball down the line. That was top spun, but it was punished.
I mean, it never got more than 10 feet off the ground. But just over the wall, Hammy. It's deep, and the Red Sox are in front, and how good must the Wally mask feel on him?
It's like, I can't see with this thing on.
Kind of humid in here. Here's Cedon. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I'm never not going to laugh at any point when a Red Sox hitter puts that thing on this year.
It's so good. It is so good, and it's got to feel even better for Hammy.
No doubt. 0-1 to Cedon. Pitch is swung on and missed, a slider, and it's 0-2. He has swung so often this season.
He has swung a lot and not made a lot of contact. It's not a good combination. That home run for David Hamilton, 106 off the bat, just 327. Probably not many parks that gets out of.
This is a Yankee Stadium special. The 0-2 is a swing and a miss in the dirt, and Cedon will get tagged out on a splitter. He is gone. Cedon, one of the 5 highest swing rates in all of baseball so far. He punches out again. 1 out and a run in. Here comes Jarren Duran. That's the thing about David Hamilton. He is such a versatile player. Speed, but power too. Here's Duran. Pitch to him. He is a little bit inside with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
On him, he's made big strides defensively. I mean, you remember when he first came up, when Trevor Story got hurt, and he was playing short, and he was so uncomfortable, and the game was really speeding up on him.
1-0 is a chopper up the middle. Walls has it behind the bag. He'll throw to first, and Duran is gone. 2 down. Get you caught up on the Subaru of New England scoreboard in a moment. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Yankees gave up a run early to the Royals, but had a big threat in the first. Orioles got a grand slam from Jackson Holiday to take a 4-1 lead in their game. Here's Raffy. He swings and fouls one off. On the third base side and out of play.
So it says that Hamilton's home run is only a homer in this ballpark, but then would it not also be one in Yankee Stadium? It's the same exact dimensions.
Yeah, I guess that means active current. Who knows? Here's the 0-1, and it is skied high and deep into left center field. This thing back at the warning track, and it will just hang up in front of the wall. Raffy is gone. The Red Sox get a homer from Hammy, and after 2.5, they lead 1-0 in the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture, but sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast, available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sean Newcomb on the mound, and he fires the first pitch to Taylor Walls that misses outside for ball one. It's 1-0 Red Sox. It's to a David Hamilton home run. 1-0 is a strike. We've heard crazy inside baseball rumors about packages that were offered for David Hamilton that the Red Sox turned down because they believe so much in the player. The 1-1 is a chopper up the middle. Story ranges. He can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And that's a base hit. There's been too much of that for Newcomb. That was not hit hard at all. But a ground ball with eyes, and Walls is aboard.
Shift beater, right? Infield was shaded to the left side of the infield. Hamilton up the middle, Story in the 6-hole. That one, the shortstop's playing straight up. It's a couple steps to his left, a turn and a throw, but that's baseball in 2025.
Well, here comes a test for Newcomb because Yandy Diaz is hot. He's always got power, especially on a night like this where it is howling out to center and right. Here's the pitch to him, and it is fouled. Straight back, took a monster rip at that, and it's 0-1.
I like attacking him with the fastball, though. You've seen so many hitters go up against Newcomb in his starts this year and either sit on the cutter or off-speed pitches, and you see them late a lot on the fastball.
He's had a good fastball tonight. 0-1 pitch. Up the middle, should be a double play. Hamilton to second for one, Story to first, two, double play. Oh, the right-handed hitter, the Red Sox do play the conventional double play depth. That was just a two-hopper to Hamilton. And the leadoff hit is erased.
Yeah, four-seam fastball, 2 in a row right there. 93 in on the hands of Diaz. I don't know how it didn't break his bat. It got so far in on him for the easy 4-6-3.
So here now Curtis Mead. 5th double play induced already by Newcomb this year. The pitch to Mead is outside. And a fastball, and it's 1-0. But David Hamilton made huge progress last season, bulked up in the offseason, wonderful spring training. Here's the 1-0. High fly into center field. Cedon drifting back in front of the warning track. Backpedals, he's there to make the play. Easy does it for Newcomb. Moving along, 1-0 Red Sox after 3 in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? On the podcast What We Spend, guests will, for 1 week, tell us everything they spend their money on.
My son slammed $6 worth of blueberries in 5 minutes.
And everything that makes them feel.
I want to own a house. I want to have a child. But this morning, I really wanted a coffee.
Because at the end of the day, money is always about more than your balance. Listen to and follow What We Spend, an Odyssey original podcast, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Artificial intelligence, AI, it's all you hear about, but how far away is it? And what are the potential threats from AI that could totally upend the way Americans live their lives? What will it do to the job market? What will the unemployment rate be? What does it mean for data privacy or cybersecurity? How about the banking system or national security? The ECB has already warned about a bubble in AI stocks. Could this spread to other sectors? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, this may not be the time to wait and find out. Learn how you could help protect your life savings using precious metals like gold and silver. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. Call 855-GOLD-IRA now. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story is set to lead it off in the fourth inning. The third inning was brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going crosstown, Club Citgo saves you money on every fill-up. Here's the pitch to Trevor. Fouled straight back to the screen. And it is 0-1. Raffy just missed a home run to center field his last time, playing his 1,000th career game.
Feels like that got here quick.
He's been here a while, and he got here young. 0-1 is outside.
He
It's
still
amazing.
feels young, right?
Of course.
I guess he is, in the grand scheme of things.
Acts young. Looks young. 1-1 to Trevor Story. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul on the third base side. Raffy, it's amazing. 125 years of Red Sox baseball. Only the 31st guy to play in 1,000 games. The 12th to do so before turning 29. And that list is... that's some special company. Superstars who came up early and dominated. 1-2 to Trevor. Brayu is out on deck to pitch. That's in the dirt. The splitter again. Missed, and it's 2-2. Bogarts, Doer, Evans, Hooper, Duffy Lewis, Rico Petrocelli, Jim Rice, Everett Scott, Reggie Smith, Tris Speaker, and Yaz.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
2-2. Pitch to Story. Swinging a foul back to the screen.
I love that 1-2 take of the split down and in because it was the exact same pitch that he swung over the top of and struck out his first at bat. He didn't even flinch at it.
I think this week he's looked very comfortable to play.
Yeah, I mean, strikeouts are in his DNA. That's part of his game, but it's been much better.
2-2 is grounded foul. Alex told us before the game, Cora that is, they told him, dude, you're going to strike out. We don't care. Just be an athlete. Go ahead.
Yep. Think less. Worry less. Play free.
Seems to be working. It is amazing when you look at the all-time games played list for the Red Sox. I mean, Raffy's now 31st with 1,000 games played. He's only got 2,308 more to go to catch Yaz. 2-2 to Story. He is outside. Good take on a sweeper. And the count is full. Top 5 in games played for the Red Sox. Yaz, Dewey, Ted, Rice, and Poppy. Isn't that amazing? How many games David played coming over sort of in the late to middle part of his career. Unreal. 1953 the games for David Ortiz. 3-2's fouled back into the screen.
What a special guy he was. I'm so lucky. Like, I always look back at my career and think, I was so lucky to get to play with some of the guys that I got to suit up with. And obviously him being near the top of that list, if not the very top.
Well, I mean, everybody knows about the huge hits. The 3-2 is low. That is ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Story here in the fourth. We talked last night about Boston Strong and the amazing speech after the bombing. I mean, the hits in 04 and 13, on and on. He is forever written in the history books.
Is he the most clutch hitter of all time? I know I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Of all time in the history of the sport?
In postseason play, I mean, he's got to be up in the top echelon.
Well, you can easily make that case. Throw to first, the Story dives back in. There's no doubt about
Just
it.
like he would be starving for the big moment. He wanted it. And in those situations, there's so many hitters that there's a little bit of fear in there because you don't want to fail. And he had the most confidence.
Here's Willier, who pops it up. On the left side of the infield, the shortstop Walls out of the outfield grass is there to make the play. He will not be happy with that. So Story is back to first. One down, and here's Romy. You had a front row seat for it. I mean, I've heard mythical tales of his mentality in the postseason especially. Just very little bothered him. He had a cool and calm about him. Here's Romy, right-handed hitter. Story at first. This would be a good time to run, I think.
He's got 6 already this year.
Littell sets the pitch. Is a strike on the outside corner. But you hear these stories like mid-August. Hoppy is in the clubhouse as the DH, and he's carrying on a phone conversation.
Yeah, hold on, I got to hit it. Not even hang up, just set the phone down. I'll be right back.
And just goes and hits a bomb. Throw to first, Story dives back in. And just comes back into the dugout. How'd you do? I went deep.
Yeah, so what were you saying? You can pick D'Angelo up when.
A true freak. 0-1. Littell is ready. Story leaning a little bit, not going the pitch, is lined down the right field line. This is going to head for the corner. That's extra bases for Romy. Story around second, and it bounces out of play. That's a horrible break for the Red Sox. That was going to score Trevor. And it robs us of a my homie moment. But the Red Sox have him at second and third with one down.
Yeah, I was hoping, I mean, this ball smoked by Romy the other way. That's actually a two-seamer middle in, inner third, and he shoots it to right to the track, and it bounces out. But if that bounces off the wall, who knows where it kicks? And if it's off at all, Trevor scores on that.
Kyle Snyder walks to the mound as he so often does. So a big moment here coming up for Tristan Casas. Second and third. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford. From America, for America. Long meeting with Snyder. On those days, like the biggest days of all, playoff pressure, kind of elimination games, whatever. Was David different, or was he just the same, exuding confidence?
He was the same every day. Even now, he's obviously post-playing career. He'll be at Fenway. He is the same guy all the time. You can smell him coming. And if you get a hug from him, you smell so good for like a week. It's crazy.
Just a perfect fit for that moment in history. Here is Tristan Casas, left-handed hitter. Pitch is high. Good take there. Slider. And it is 1-0. Both of us had a feeling about Tristan today. He swung the bat yesterday in a deep fly out to center. That would do the trick here. It's 1-0 Red Sox. He looks very calm in the box. 1-0. The pitch is high again. Doubled up on the slider. It really is a cutter, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, and I wonder how much he gets to hit. Yeah, there you go. On cue. They're going to walk him.
And that makes too much sense. You got Carlos Narvaez and Rafaela on deck.
And you look at the splits for Littell. Left-handed batters are hitting 364. Righties just 227. So with a base open, why would you pitch to Casas there? He threw him a couple pitches, see if he would chase that cutter slider up in the zone. Wouldn't do it, so they just put him on.
So now a big chance for Carlos Narvaez. Kevin Cash does not miss much. And I bet that's part of why Kyle Snyder went out.
Of course.
To have that conversation. Bases loaded. One down, the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up on the left side of the infield. The infield fly rule will be called. Walls has it. And they're two away.
Well, the only good thing about that pop-up to short right there is it wasn't a ground ball. Because you don't want a ground ball double play right there. When a guy who homered in his last at-bat, David Hamilton's walking to the plate now with the bases loaded.
See if he can cash it in. Base is loaded. Two down in the fourth. Here's Hamilton, the pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul on the first base side. Splitter. And it is 0-1. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. And of course that is Cars with a K. Red Sox don't yet have a slam this year. The 0-1 is a comebacker to the man. Littell has it. Underhands to first in time. Getting over. The Red Sox had the bases loaded with one out and did not score. Frustrating. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Sox. And Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Do you know what really went down the night John Belushi died? Or about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's snatch and grab gang and The Rock's nearly 10 arrests. These stories and more are told in the new podcast, Hollywoodland, where true crime and Tinseltown collide. Hollywoodland is hosted by me, Jake Brennan, creator of the award-winning music and true crime podcast, Disgraceland. Follow and listen to Hollywoodland wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlandEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlandEnergy.com.
Drake's Cakes have been a sweet part of your life for 128 years. Devil Dogs, Ring Dings, Funny Bones, or our newest flavor, the Boston Cream Yodels. You owe it to yourself to pick up a carton or two. Available right now at your favorite retailer. Remember, life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Bottom 4. Sean Newcomb settling into the game. First pitch, strike at the bottom of the zone to Junior Caminero, and it's 0-1. Runners in scoring position been an issue for the Red Sox of late, although they are 5 for their last 17. But before that, just awful production is the 0-1. Where is that? I mean, that's in the middle of the plate and called a ball.
The entire ball is in the zone there. The Caminero threw his hands up in the air like it was very inside and tricked the whole home plate umpire.
Big miss by Gabe Morales. 1-1. The pitch is down and in. Changeup that was not close, and it's 2-1.
You just hate calls like that are big misses. It flips the count. 1-1 is huge difference from 0-2.
2-1 now. The pitch. Chopper up the middle, Story to his left. He gets it. He spins. He throws to first on a hopping time. Wow! Spectacular defense by Trevor Story. How did he get there? Spin and throw one away.
Yeah, we're going to see this highlight all over the place tonight, and you're going to think, wait, is that the same from last night? Same exact play up the middle. He's shaded in the 6-hole in the righty for the pull. Gets to this full extension reach, 360. Nice one-hopper to Casas.
That's the way
wow.
He opened the bottom of the first yesterday. Here is a breaking ball to Chris Morrell that misses outside for ball 1. The range is back. He is such an amazing athlete. Trevor is. Hadn't really lost too much of a step in his later years. The 1-0 is outside. You hear stories from the guys who work out with him, from the people who train him, about how he's about the best natural athlete anybody's ever been around.
I have some of those for you. When he was just 19, 2011, 2012, we were working out together in North Dallas.
2-0 is outside.
It was API, now it's called Exos. In North Dallas and Frisco, and our workout group was Trevor Story, this little 19-year-old kid, just signed with the Rockies. Torrey Hunter, LaTroy Hawkins, Joel Hannaran. We had this whole big group of baseball guys.
A lot of good dudes in one.
A lot of veterans, right?
3-0 pitch is a strike from Newcomb.
And we would go do our workouts, and it was in the same place where the D-League team, the Legends for the Mavericks, would practice. So there were basketball courts, and we would go do pickup basketball and play shootout and play put back and all that.
3-1 is swung on and missed. He challenged him with a fastball, and it's 3-2.
And one day, this was back when I still had a little bounce and was athletic, and I'd go up and dunk a couple, and I was like, Trevor, can you dunk? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, he bounces one off the backboard and like windmills it. Bang! And where everyone just pauses.
3-2, ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Duran races to his right. He makes the play to hold Morrell to a 1-out single.
I remember everyone just pausing and Torrey looking at us and going, who is this guy? What? Like, he's up and it's almost like his head was at the rim and just bang, throws it down. And we're like, hold up. That's not normal. And then he gets a little more comfortable. We start playing football and doing other sports, and he's just one of the most, if not the most athletic human being I've ever been around.
1 on, 1 out. Here's Jose Caballero. The pitch is swung on a miss. Dylan Cruz, the top pick of the Nats with Paul Skeens a couple years ago. He was off to a little bit of a scuffling start with DC this year. Trains a drive line like so many do. 0-1. The pitch is pop foul on the first base side, and I think it's Driveline anyway. Anyway, one of these, elite performance academies. And I was talking to a member of the Red Sox front office who went down there to just sort of check out the facility and inquire about what they do. And one of the things they do with all their players is they really map out and chart athletic performance and ability. 0-2 to Jose Caballero. Pitch is outside. Narvaez throws behind the runner, very close. They almost got him. Diving back in was Morel. Anyway, this member of the front office said Cruz had just been taken. I'm just curious. I know Cruz is one of your guys. Where did he map out athletically? All the guys you've ever tested in the 10, 15 years you've been open. He said he was number 2 overall. I said, well, that begs the question, who's number 1? Trevor Story. The freakiest athlete they'd ever tested. 1-2 is fouled off outside of third.
It's running, it's jumping, it's agility, you just look at him and you're like, oh, that's what a baseball uniform is supposed to look like. As Carlos Febles, our old infield coach here at the Red Sox, used to tell me, it's not the uni poppy, it's the hanger.
1-2. Here's the pitch, and that's a little bit low. That sounds like Carlos.
When they were in town, because he's with the Blue Jays now, I hadn't seen him since last year, and he goes, Poppy, that hanger's still looking good. He was my hitting coach in high A back in 2010.
You're holding it together. Runner goes, 2-2 swing and a foul. Morel, I don't know why he doesn't just slide through the bag there. That's the way to tweak something. He was sort of caught in between. As it is, he'll retreat to first, and it stays 2-2 to Caballero. Carlos Febles.
Yeah, when I was in Salem in 2010, he was my hitting coach. And he just brought it every day. He's so fun.
2-2. Pitch is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Fastball, ring him up. Newcomb's got a great heater tonight, and they're 2 away.
I'm just glad he's throwing it, right? We started off this game, and maybe because of his struggles he's had in the first inning, he tried to change things up, which he did. He still found himself in trouble, but that fastball's jumping out of the hand.
Subaru New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Here's Danny Jansen, fly to center his first time, throw to first from Newcomb. Orioles got a grand slam from Jackson Holiday. They lead Cleveland 4-1. Yankees 2-1 over Kansas City. That's the rivalry report. Brought to you by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That's a good fastball again from Newcomb, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, we're at 40% fastballs for Newcomb, which is high for him. He's averages before this season about 30.
Maybe the pressure is helping him tonight. He knows what's coming down the pike. 0-1 is another strike. Great fastball, and it's 0-2. Look, Bayo's coming back. Giolito's coming back. Dobbins is very much in the mix, and I think Newcomb knows he's got to pitch well to stay a part of this thing.
He wants to essentially probably slide to that long relief spot.
0-2 is chopped down the third baseline, foul and out of play.
There's so many guys with whether it's Criswell or Winkowski. I think Newcomb could be a really good arm in the pen too.
110th pitch of the game brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. They are left-handed heavy out there. That'd be the one.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that too. I was thinking about it.
0-2 with 2 down. Rare of you to think. The pitch is a little bit outside. The throw from Narvaez. They got him at the bag. That was beautiful from Carlos. And the inning is over. Good job from that hanger, Carlos Narvaez. We go to the 5th inning. 1-0 Red Sox. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture. But sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast. Available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring is here, so ham it up with spiraled sliced ham at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Right now, pick up spiral sliced ham bone-in for just 99 cents a pound, limited to 2 while supplies last. That's right, just in time for your Easter feasts and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale. If you're short on time, order ahead for free curbside pickup or get delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, a beautiful Florida sunset behind us. Cedar Rafaela leads it off. Could use something good to happen here. Struck out his first time. 1-0 Red Sox. Game moving along. Into the fifth we go. Littell at the letters throws, and Cedar chops it foul of third. He is in swing mode deluxe. 0-1. We take 10 seconds for station ID. Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Another swing, another miss by Rafaela, and it's 0-2.
You know, when things aren't going well at the plate, you feel like you are 0-2 as soon as you step in the box.
He has been more than just about any other hitter. The 0-2 is down and in.
You know what's interesting is, I was looking at stats this morning. He's hitting .538 with runners in scoring position.
There's something about that brings out the best in him. 1-2. Pitch is chopped foul. I really think, Will, it's one of those spots where he just simplifies, shortens up, maybe thinks the other way a little bit more.
It looks that way, but that's seventh in baseball. It really the only times we've seen him get hits lately.
I mean, you'll take a clutch player.
Yeah.
1-2. He lines one, caught it short by Walls.
Come on.
With a top spinning line drive. Good range over there. They had him played perfectly. For all the metrics, that's a hit for 500 years. But here it's the first out of the fifth.
Yeah, that's wild how far over pool he was playing him in that 6-hole. To your point, normally nobody's getting to that ball, and that's a hit.
A very encouraging night last night for Jarren Duran, but 2 soft outs tonight. One out here, he pops it up into shallow right field. In comes Caballero, and he drops it. Duran is around first, into second. The Florida night sky gets Jarren a 2-base hit.
Yeah, it's that dusk sky when the sun just goes down, where it's not dark yet, still a little light. And this is where, when it goes up, it's all hands on deck. You got to point it out because the ball can disappear. And in stadiums like this, where the lights are lower, that ball just disappeared. I couldn't even see it from here in the booth.
We'd heard a lot about that. That's the first time it's been in play here. It's like pinkish blue behind home plate. The lights are low. They're going to charge that an error, which is stupid. Here is Rafi Devers. Duran dancing around at second. He runs. The pitch is low. Throw to third is in time. They got him. If you're going to go there, you need to be safe. And Duran is gunned down by Jansen. The Red Sox talking to their video room. Mike Brandley back underneath this clubhouse. He's taking a long, hard look. And the Red Sox will not look. Wow. Especially with a left-handed hitter, that's so risky. The clean throwing lane for Jansen.
Yeah, and Jarren got a walking lead, but he almost like shuffled right before he ran, which cost him half a step and probably cost him being safe.
So now 2 down. Here's Rafi. Pitch is chopped toward first and foul. I mean, maybe I shouldn't use the word stupid, but that's not an error. When a guy loses the ball in the sun and overruns it, it's a double.
Yeah, that's a hit. That wasn't like he was camped and clanked it off his glove. That was, he lost the ball. He didn't even touch it.
So 1-1 to Rafi, who's walked and flied out to center. And trying to take even more advantage of that the misplay as the 1-1 is fouled back. And the thing is, you understand the aggression. He wants to help the team, all that stuff. But as Alex Cora has told us, if you're going to go with Devers at the plate, you better get there.
Yeah. And Raffy hasn't been swinging it great here the last few games. You'd like to get to third base, get him an RBI.
1-2 is lined into center field. That is going to sink down for a base hit. Well, caught stealing, cost the Sox the run. Good swing there by Devers, and he's aboard with 2 down.
Yeah, that was a nice approach right there with a couple strikes on him, and the ability to go down. He's always been a good bad ball hitter, but he was out front over his front side and still found a way to keep the bat through the zone to fire that up the middle for the hit.
Well, here's Trevor Story, who has walked his last 2 times. So a strikeout in this game. Raffy at first with 2 down. 1-0 Red Sox in the 5th. Pitch, high fly down the right field line, toward the line, into the corner, and a long run over, and not making the play is Caballero, but it does land foul. He's having a really tough time out there. That could have been a total disaster for the Rays, but it went outside the chalk, and it's now 0-2.
Yeah, there's probably less than a foot of foul territory over there between the line and the padded wall. He actually went where that opens into their bullpen on the right field line and actually pushed the fence in when he jumped into it.
Balls 2 strikes. And that's just an example of Jaron wanting to help so bad.
Of course.
Nice.
And that's part of his game. I get that. And he got a really good jump. He just, that little bitty shuffle at the end cost him.
0-2 to Trevor. Raffy at first. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Trevor's been on base 2 more times, made a brilliant defensive play. And he looks so locked in at the plate.
It's really cool to look at when you're looking at the lineup, and him and Bregman are right there in the middle. They're both hitting 320.
1-1 is just inside. Good take. Splitter, and it's 2-1. And it's that right-handed balance that they've long needed in Boston.
Just how calm does he look at the plate right now?
Yeah.
Like, he's taking tough pitches. He's swinging at what he wants to swing at.
2-1 pitch. Swinging a drive high and deep into center field. At the warning track, it will hold up. Trevor just missed that one. That's 2 in this series. And for some reason, have not gotten out. Maybe the wind knocked it down a touch. Good swing, but Red Sox run themselves out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Boston on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on 2 wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sean Newcomb's pitch to Danny Jansen begins the bottom of the fifth, right on the outside corner for strike one. Newcomb's been very, very good. 0-1. Check swing. Fastball. He did not go around, and it's 1-1. Code word of the game, Jim Rice 14. Jim Rice 1-4. Code word in the member portal today to claim your points. 1-1. It's a little bit low with a changeup.
Yeah, those balls that Devers and Story hit to center, batting practice, those were gone by 30 feet.
2-1.
But the wind has really died down. Hardly any at all.
Flags lay still out there. Temperature dropping just a little bit, but still very comfortable here in Tampa. 3-1 to Danny Jansen. Newcomb is ready, and he missed outside fastball. Second walk, both led off innings. Jansen aboard for Coco Montes.
Yeah, Jansen, not the guy you want to walk, just hitting 128 so far this season. You want to challenge him over the plate and let him get himself out.
Here is Montes. It's curveball to the inside corner for strike one. League leaders and who's circling the drain, brought to you by Drains by James. Here's a line drive into center field. Cedon hardly has to move. Shoulder high grab. Laser beam into the outfield, but one away. A lot of the leading hitters in the American League are in this game. John Aranda, who's off with the lefty Newcomb on the mound, hitting .413 to begin the year. Bregman 8th at .321. Story 10th at .311. Why not? Aaron Judge is hitting .381. Here is Jake Mangum. Soft ground ball foul on the third base side for strike one. Judge and the Yankees hosting the Kansas City Royals tonight. They lead 3-1 after 4.
Mangum's been a good player for this team so far this year. I mean, got 7 steals. That leads the American League. He's been swinging the bat well here the last week or so.
0-1. Fouled off. Look out, man. Seats on the first base side. Shorter netting here. But he's okay. It's 0-2.
At the Trop, way less people get hit by blind drives. A lot of people dressed like seats.
It boggles the mind. An ongoing stadium dispute for them. The 0-2 is a little low. Hurricane Milton came through, ripped the roof off the Trop. Devastating damage. They think, although they're not certain that it'll be ready for the beginning of next year. But the hurricane overall complicated the stadium agreement in St. Pete. 1-2. On the ground to the right side. That beats the defense again. Hamilton dove, couldn't get it. More star-crossed luck for Newcomb, and the Rays have him at first and second with one down.
Well, it's about time for him to throw him a nice little ground ball double play, right? It seems to be what he does. Outside of the first inning, he'll let a couple guys on, a walk, a hit, and then ground ball to get out of it.
Baez is going to pay him of his dangerous spot here because Walls is up, and after him, Yandy Diaz. In a lot of ways, Walls is the key hitter of the game so far. AL East sort of stuck in neutral to begin the year. The Yankees have started to play better. They're 3 over. Jays win again. They're now 11-8. They beat the Braves with Spencer Strider on the mound. 3-1. Here's the pitch to Walls, a little bit low with a curveball. 1-0.
Newcomb generally in these situations likes to go to the cutter and the changeup, try to miss barrels to get some weak contact for a double play. But I want to see him stick with that fastball. It's been really well. You can pitch in on righties with that.
1-0. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch is a good one. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Cutter there. It's 1-1. How about the San Diego Padres? They're 15-4. They beat the Cubs today 4-2. They have only lost one time at Petco.
12-1, 11-1, something like that at home.
Nick Pivetta was awesome again today. We've seen that his best can be totally dominant.
Oh, unhittable.
1-1 the pitch. Soft foul back to the screen.
So he's gone cutter, changeup, slurve to start this at bat down below the zone. Why don't you try to sneak one of those heaters in there on the hands right here?
Sky's now pitch black overhead. Should be a little easier to pick up pop-ups, even with the low light stanchions. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball. Beauty. Top of the zone. And they're 2 away. And that's going to do it. Alex Cora's coming out. He's going to go to some big right-hander out of the bullpen. Yandy Diaz is coming up to the plate, and that's a really nice job by Newcomb. Alex takes the baseball and can't see the bullpens, but we promise we'll tell you who's on the mound right after this. 1-0 Sox, 2 on, 2 out for Yandy. It's Greg Weissert after this in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Good stuff by Sean Newcomb. He is responsible for the 2 men aboard. With 4 2/3 scoreless for now. And here comes Greg Weissert, who's been great. 8 outings, 7 1/3 innings pitched with 8 hits and only 2 earned runs. Face probably in the lineup today the most dangerous Rays hitter. And Will, you like the matchup profile stuff on stuff with Weissert and Diaz?
Yeah, I feel like the one spot where you can get Diaz is in. He tends to get overextended. Now, if he's extended over the plate, he can do damage, but you can get that sinking 2-seamer in on the hands, show some sliders away to get him off of that, and then find some weak contact. He has a hard time laying off the fastball in.
2 down, 2 on, 1-0 Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here is the always dangerous Yandy Diaz. Weissert throws, and he misses way outside with a slider, maybe a setup pitch, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, sometimes you show that. Hey, if you get chased, great. If not, all right, here comes the sinker. Now, Yandy's probably thinking along with him, so got to execute a pitch.
He's walked and grounded into a double play as Diaz. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Slider just low. Good pitch, but a ball for sure, and it's 2-0. Now, look, it's a 1-0 game. It's the 5th inning. You're not trying to get too cute, but in some ways you'd rather face Meade than Yandy right now.
100%.
So you can be careful. The 2-0 is a strike on the inside part of the plate, a fastball, and it's 2-1. In other words, you just don't have to give in to him right here.
You don't have to. I know he's a smart hitter. He's one of the better hitters in the game. We don't really talk about him much, but he's a very good bat.
Dangerous pitch here, 2-1. Weissert is ready. He throws, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Perfect pitch, and it's 2-2. Well, you can go after him if you got that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got him thinking now, because you've shown him fastballs on both sides. You've also shown the slider twice off the plate, but for balls.
2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Weissert is ready. He throws, swing, and a foul. Fastball in the outside corner. That sometimes is where Diaz does damage.
Yeah, Narvaez set up and in. That's where he wanted it for either soft contact or swing and miss chase. And Weissert pulled that fastball over the plate. Got to be careful with that.
Lucky with a missed location there. 2-2 with 2 outs.
all these shakes by Weiser here makes me think he's doing something different, maybe going to a changeup down and in, which I would love.
He's ready, he throws, and a swing and a miss. It's exactly what he did. A changeup under the hands of Diaz, and the inning is over. Onions. We go to the 6th inning, 1-0 Red Sox. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Some people follow the rules, but where's the fun in that? I'm Saraya, and this is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Saraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market are saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll save $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right. Use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, get free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door, ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time, shop online.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The Christian Arcand Show. Weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Wilyer Abreu leads it off in the top of the 6th. 1-0 Red Sox lead. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Tell dotted with a splitter, and it's 0-1. Wilyer already 0 for 3. Couple pop-outs to short and a strikeout. Romy next. The pitch high. Good take on a fastball. And it is 1-1 in the Herb Chambers batting order in this 6th inning. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Vespa, Boston. 1-1. Wilyer takes strike. Top of the zone. That cutter slider. And it's 1-2. Wilyer, Romy, and Costas. A big pitch that was from Greg Weiser to get out of the 5th. Tell's been pretty good. Pitch. Wilyer, wow, takes very close with a splitter. And it is 2-2.
The home plate umpire sets up inside on left-handed batter, so he had a perfect angle on that.
2-2. Pitch. Way outside. That was a bad miss. He's thrown him a ton of splitters in this at-bat. And it's 3-2. We'll see if Patel challenges here. Here's the 3-2. And it is ripped into left field. That's a base hit over the leap of Caminero. Wilyer makes the turn at first. He's thinking about it. He heads for second. Throw. Not in time. Head first slide. It's a leadoff double the opposite way for Wilyer Abreu.
Gosh, that's a beautiful thing. There's just something about a left-handed batter letting a fastball get deep and smoking it to dead left field. Wilyer's obviously got one of the most pretty swings in all of baseball, but that was actually a breaking ball, Will. He let that get deep. That's a really good sign for him.
Kept the hands back, so balanced. So here now is Romy, who doubled his last time. Bounced over the wall, cost him an RBI. The pitch here is outside.
Now, in a game like this, 1-0, 6th inning, not a lot of offense. Romy's up there trying to hit the ball to the right side. You'd love to drive him in, but you also want to make sure you get him to third base.
He feels so comfortable at the plate right now. 1-0 pitch is a bunt attempt, foul on the first base side. He was thinking right along with you.
I'm fine with that, right? I know he's swinging the bat well. I know he had the double his last at bat, but I love that about Romy. I don't even know if that was a sign put on. That could just be something Romy Gonzalez is doing being a team player.
There's just so much to love about the way he plays the game.
Old school feel to it.
1-1. Wilyer at second. The pitch inside, it almost hit him. I mean, a guy who doesn't play a lot, red hot. There are so many other guys who would never even consider that play.
Of course. Look, being a role player is an art form. Being able to pinch hit and play every few days and still be productive, it takes a special player.
2-1 to Romy. The pitch is swung on and missed. Tied up with a fastball. You think you'd be tempted to need to get yours on the days that you play.
Yep, that's not how he looks at it, and that's why he's going to play in this league for a long time.
I think certainly now with 2 strikes. Looking to the right side. And the spin, Willier easily back to the bag.
And Littell is pitching against that approach. He's throwing him fastballs in and then off speed over the plate, trying to get him to pull it to the left side so that Abreu does not move up to third base.
Well, he's got a bunch of friends in the ballpark here tonight. 2-2. Littell sets, he throws, and Romy takes a ball. Splitter in under the hands. He's so calm at the plate right now, and it's 3-2.
It's amazing how well he is seeing the ball. But it's also just the study, the work he puts in. He's prepared all the time, it seems. He's done his homework on Littell.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Romy waits. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. He got him with a really good slider beneath the zone. Romy couldn't lay off. So it's a big out for Littell after the leadoff double.
It is, and even with that 2-strike approach with Romy, he did chase below the zone, but even with that swing, you could see him trying to force that to the right side, trying to give himself up to move the runner.
So here's Casas. Potentially walked his last time. Pitch is in the dirt. I think these Rays have been watching Tristan the last couple nights. He's done so much damage against them in his career. He looks balanced, and they're basically giving him nothing to hit.
And I think that with the base open here, we might see it again because Narvaez is on deck. He's 2 for 28 with just 2 singles since Wong got hurt.
1-0 pitch. Tristan swings and misses. Got a slider. I think he'd like another look at that. That had a lot of the zone. It's 1-1. Alex Cora with a lead in the 6th inning would rarely ever pinch hit for his catcher. He's not going to do it tonight, though, with Sable looming in the wings. 1 ball, 1 strike. This takes his time. Now digs back in. Abreu leads the pitch. Outside. Fastball, and it's 2-1. Bullpen Report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. We cannot see the bullpens here. I guess Weissert likely to continue in the game. 2-1. Pitch. Swing and a foul. Wow. He'd like that one back. Ooh. Hanging slider. Back over the screen, and it's 2-2.
That's a slider that we call a cement mixer, right? It just spins and just stays right there in the middle. Casas just under it. Hellacious swing at it, though.
2-2. 1 down in the 6th. The pitch. Swinging a high drive in a deep left field. Back at the warning track is Morel. He's there to make the play. And there are 2 away. The ball tonight is just not carrying to center or to left.
Yeah, Raffy and Trevor hit theirs really well to center. You thought they had a chance. Didn't get out. That one I think Tristan missed. He got in on him just a tad, but you never know in this place. The ball goes up in the air, and you feel like it's always got a chance to leave.
So here now, Carlos Narvaez, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Red Sox now 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Love to cash in the leadoff double. The pitch. High with a fastball. 1-0. So strange not being at the Trop in a lot of good ways, but most of all because you don't see the constant action on the exposed Rays bullpen. Down the right field line, the 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. I can guarantee you at least one Tampa pitcher is throwing right now in the bullpen.
At least. They're not scared to go double barrel.
1-1. 1-0 Red Sox. The pitch. Swinging a chopper foul outside of third. And so now 1-2. The Red Sox a little bit better their last 3. They've been 5 for 17 with runners in scoring position. But before that, 6 for 58.
Oof. Yeah, that hurts. A lot of missed opportunities. I mean, you had 1 out, bases loaded here in the 4th and didn't get anything.
See if Narvaez can change it right here. 1-2. Abreu still at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball, and the inning is over. Red Sox get a leadoff double and do not score. Sox have 4 extra base hits tonight and only 1 run. Bottom 6 next. 1-0 Boston in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with...
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we fight for you, making sure big insurance doesn't throw you a curveball. With over $25 billion recovered, we're the home run hitters you need.
This is way out there and gone.
Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Proud sponsor of the Boston Red Sox.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spring is here. Ham it up with Spiral Sliced Ham at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Joe. Right now, pick up Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound, limit 2, while supplies last. That's right, just in time for your Easter feasts and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale. Short on time? Order ahead for free curbside pickup or get delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Craig Weissert will carry on in the game as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 Red Sox, chance at a series win here tonight. Unexpected pitchers duel at the minor league home of the New York Yankees. Copyrighted broadcast brought to you by authority of the Red Sox. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Jonathan Aranda will pinch hit for Curtis Mead. The league's leading hitter through a couple weeks takes a ball outside, backdoor sweeper, and it's 1-0. 413, 7 doubles. He's been incredible to start the year. Weissert throws. Aranda swings and misses. Good changeup. And it's 1-1.
And yet Kevin Cash won't let him face a left-handed starter. They've faced 4 this year. He didn't start any of them.
Amazing. It's working out for him. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball. I mean, that's part of the deal when you come play with the Rays. You just have to buy into that.
The platoon, platoon. They're going to use their bullpen a lot. They're going to play matchups. That's spot on, Willie.
Which, it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way. Kevin Cash does such a good job getting buy-in for guys. 1 and 2. Pitch, swing, and a foul. Slider in under the hands. Because it works both ways. I mean, you might not start on days you'd like to, but almost always you will come into the game. They play the platoon advantages more than anybody. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weissert throws. And a little pop-up into shallow center field. Story out. Rafaela in. Trevor calls everybody off. Good job off the end of the bat and 1 away.
Yeah, Weissert made some really good pitches in that bat. So arguably the hottest hitter in all of baseball.
So here now Junior Caminero. He just never feel comfortable, especially with a 1-run lead in this yard. Caminero, a ton of pop. 4 homers already. Pitch. That's a strike. Kind of missed his location, but comes over the inside half, and it's 0-1. Caminero singled to right and grounded to short. 0-1. They set up a way here. pitch misses inside. It's a slider off plate. It's 1-1.
The backup slider right there. If I'm Caminero, fastball in, I'm probably sitting on that. Probably a good thing it wasn't over the plate.
1-1. 1-0 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. That went down under the hands enough. And a ton of spin on it. It's 1-2.
Well, he was trying to tie it up. That was a big swing by Caminero.
One ball, 2 strikes. Weiser, red glove is ready. Closed off hips, he throws. Swing and a foul. He went back to the fastball off the plate and away. Caminero stays alive.
I like that. You know, Caminero thinking, all right, ball's away from me. Probably the slider trying to get me the chase. Does a good job of just getting the bat on it.
Another 1-2 is just inside. He went around. He couldn't check his swing on a fastball, and they're 2 away.
Greg Weiser looking filthy right now. Pitching to the edges, expanding when he needs to with 2 strikes, using all 3 pitches. He has been very good thus far.
That is lucky they got that call. I mean, the wrist did sort of break. The barrel went through the zone. Totally off balance. Here's Christopher Morel. Here's the pitch. That is just a little bit low. Missed the fastball. 95 miles an hour, and it's 1-0. Greg is really having himself a season. After winning one of the final bullpen spots, he's just been electric on the mound. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good 2-seamer. Let's go Red Sox chant breaks out. One is high and deep and foul on the left field line. Playing, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, you have to love when a hitter pulls your fastball that far foul, because it opens up so many chances for you to just make him look silly on an off-speed pitch right here.
1-2. Base is empty, 2 down. Weiser throws. Swing and a miss. Called a strike anyway. Fastball 94, and the inning is over. That was awesome from Greg Weiser.
Nasty is what it was.
He's retired all 4 he's seen. And well, go to the 7th inning with the Red Sox leading the Rays 1-0 in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture, but sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast, available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
He's in a jam, and the pitching coach is headed out to the mound.
You okay, kid?
Coach, you ever think about your financial future?
Yeah, but not with the bases loaded in a full count.
Fair point.
Plus, there's Mass Mutual.
So, I should look into Mass Mutual?
Absolutely.
Can I borrow your phone? I left mine in my locker.
Yeah, but maybe after the game.
Another fair point, Coach.
Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Garrett Clevenger, the left-hander's on to face David Hamilton as we go to the 7th inning. 1-0 Sox. The pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. I think it's possible. Different score, different situation. Had Hamilton played more the last couple weeks, this could be a spot for Rob Refsnyder. But as it is, David will hit. He homered. He's the reason the Red Sox lead. The 0-1 is looped down the left field line, but foul and out of play. Just like that, 0-2. David had a key at bat with the bases loaded in the fourth. Hit a little comebacker to the mound. Left on left, the 0-2. Way outside. You got Cedon and then Duran and Devers. So good pocket for the lefty Clevenger.
Definitely a tough at bat for Hammy. Left on left hasn't been playing, and Clevenger's a pretty good one.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He elevated a fastball, and Hamilton blown away for the first out of the seventh. 6 games already has Clevenger. Heavy slider from this left-hander.
Hammy could also be left in the game as well, because we're probably going to see Fairbanks at some point. He hadn't pitched in 5 days.
Yeah, it's still only the 7th inning. The pitch to Cedon is outside a check, and it's 1-0.
Because then that at-bat comes around again in the 9th, and you have right on right, which can be tough against Fairbanks. So that's just chess moves by Alex Cora, working ahead in the game.
And it helps when you have a lead, which they do, the slimmest margin. Cedon is struck out and lined out. Here he swings and misses a big slider, and it's 1-1. Brian Bayo pitched for Double-A Portland tonight in Hartford. His night is done. 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits with 4 earned runs. Apparently did strike out the last 3 hitters he faced as Cedon swings and misses. And it's 1-2. We think we're going to see him Tuesday at Fenway Park.
Yeah, and look, he's going to be important to this team. So will Giolito when he gets back. You get Tanner Wright, obviously Crochet, you have Buehler. I mean, that turns into a really good rotation if those guys are throwing the ball.
1-2 to Cedon. Clevenger throws, and a high drive down the left field line, hooking foul, and out of play. So to remain 1-2, all the reports on the stuff from Bayo down in the minor leagues, very good. The bottom line results haven't been awesome, but throwing 98 with command apparently. And in those rehab starts, you really are oftentimes just working on stuff. 1-2. Line foul. Maybe not the last one when you can see the big leagues around the corner, but even still.
Yeah, 16 swing and misses, though, in that outing today, which is all a really good sign.
Looking for a bounce back year from him. 1-2. Pitch in the dirt, almost hit him. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Time is called by the umpires. Something got out onto the turf in left.
I think a ball came out of the Red Sox bullpen, bounced on to the field. Someone spiked a curveball down there.
So that's where the bullpen is.
Someone, we don't know who, but someone is playing catch in the bullpen.
Well, that's fun. Caballero, Jansen, and Montez due up for the Rays. 2-2. Chopper up the middle, right at the second baseman. Montez has it, throws to first, and Cedon is 0 for 3. 2 down for Duran. So after Newcomb, got Weissert on the mound. I mean, certainly think that Slayton would be the pick to finish the game and throw in the 9th inning. Chapman is down, I think. So too Zach Kelly. 2 down. Here's Duran. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Who knows on Whitlock tonight? Justin Wilson is up. Certainly Bernardino. I bet we see Bernie tonight.
Yeah. He's looked good.
0-1 to Jaron. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled off a little bit there on a sweeper, and it's 0-2. Good news on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. The Yankees have been tied by the Royals. 3, bottom of 6. John Schreiber is on the mound for Kansas City. 0-2. Duran waits. Here it is. That's outside. Slider. That's a ball and 2 strikes.
Clevenger, just nasty, heavy 2-seamer that bears in on the lefty, but he has that wipeout slider we just saw right there that breaks a ton.
1-2 to Jaron. Swing and a miss. Good breaker there, and Jaron is gone. So are the Sox very quickly. In the 7th, it's the stretch in Tampa. 1-0 Boston. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring has sprung, Red Sox fans, and baseball's finally back. Make your lawn Fenway Park quality this season with Pennington Grass Seed. As the official lawn care partner of the Boston Red Sox, Pennington knows how to help you grow a lush, healthy lawn. Whether your yard needs a complete transformation or a simple touch-up, Pennington's got the right solution for you. Gear up for spring with Pennington and grow a lawn you can be proud of. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Something's got to be done about this. It's not fair to the dealers. Commonwealth pricing is not realistic. It's all in favor of the customer, for crying out loud. Yeah, I know. Their deals are too good. Well, it's not fair to us.
Hi, Kimberly Day from Commonwealth Motors, and I'm happy to say we are not following in the footsteps of all the other high-priced car dealers.
That's right, Kim. Our best price possible every day on every Nissan, Kia, Honda, Chevy, and Volkswagen. Every day, no matter how much other dealers complain.
We want to be your favorite dealer, and for over 30 years, we have not been afraid to say, shop us last, you'll love us, because of our best price possible guarantee.
Our best price possible on every Nissan, Honda, Volkswagen, Chevy, and Kia.
Commonwealth Motors, located right off Route 495, exit 103A in Lawrence.
Find us fast at shopuslast.com.
Shop us last, you'll love us. Guaranteed.
It's just not fair, Commonwealth.
It's more than fair.
Hi, this is Garrett Whitlock. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Garrett Whitlock is going to have the 7th inning for the Red Sox. They lead 1-0. Pitched out of a jam in relief of Crochet his last time 3 days ago. 7th outing. He's not been razor sharp to start the year. 4 walks unusual for him in 9 2/3. A bunt attempt by Jose Caballero on the first base line, and it's 0-1.
I mean, in a 1-0 game, why not? No outs. You need base runner. Infield was playing back. Tried to push it towards Casas. He's way off the bag at first, and if you could pull him towards second, it'd be a race with Whitlock.
Weissert was fantastic tonight. Here's a pitch in the dirt, slider from Whitlock. And it's 1-1. 3 strikeouts in an inning and a third. Perfect for Greg Weissert.
Just all 3 pitches were just filthy tonight.
Caballero waits. Whitlock fires, and a fastball fouled back to the screen. 95, and it's 1-2. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. 1-2. Caballero, the leadoff man in the bottom of the 7th pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ring him up on a slider. He can't believe it, Caballero, that Emil Jimenez didn't even ask for help there. He's gone, and there's 1 away.
That looked really close not to check to the first base umpire. I'd have to see the replay. Yeah, a little close not to ask for help, but hey, you'll take it. You get a little side view here. I'll take a peek at it.
That's not a swing.
That's not a swing, really, but hey.
That will drive a hitter crazy.
Yeah, but the Sox will take it. Come on.
Here's Danny Jansen. Whitlock throws. Jansen fouls it back down to a knee. And it's 0-1. I mean, it's an imperfect science, of course. If the home plate umpire is going to call it, it should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, you should always check.
0-1. Strike on the outside corner. Good paint from Whitlock in 96, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he's been consistently 95 to 97. He had that one outing in the cold where you could tell he couldn't grip the ball, and he was at 93, 94.
0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball 95 at the top of the zone. And quickly 2 away.
Whitlock's fastball can be so nasty. 95, 96, running in on righties. It looked like Jansen was swinging through water. right there. Just tied him up, that late bearing movement in on his hands for strike 3.
It's interesting. Last couple times, Garrett has not gone 2 innings. Here comes Andrew Bailey. They will pinch hit here with Brandon Lau. So you could see it going either way here tonight. I mean, with the bullpen a little short, no Chapman, no Kelly. This would be a spot where, if Garrett could give you 6 outs, then you hand the ball to Slayton in the 9th inning.
That'd be ideal. Off day tomorrow. And then you'll have guys back available for that first game on Friday against the White Sox.
Brandon Lau has had so many big swings against the Red Sox. He is 4 for 12 with 2 doubles and a homer against Whitlock. He comes up as the tying run, 2 down. In this bottom of the 7th inning, 1-0 Red Sox. And from Montez, Whitlock throws, swing and a miss. He's got the heater going tonight. 96 up above the zone. Strike 1. Whitlock delivers. Just misses with a changeup. 1-1.
When his fastball is on, it is just really good luck, right? The secondary stuff can be whatever it is, but he is going to beat you with that fastball.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's a dirty changeup, and it's 1-2.
I mean, if he's able to throw that paired with that heavy fastball at 96,
it's like the guy we saw in spring training. Dominant stuff.
Like the guy we saw in 2021.
Including killing these Rays in the divisional series. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Fastball, and Whitlock blows him away in the 7th. To the 8th inning we go. 1-0 Red Sox. Devers, Story, and Abreu after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Real Foundations is your partner for more efficient real estate operations. We combine our deep industry experience and proven frameworks to execute and tailor comprehensive strategies for your business. Real Foundations, making real estate run better.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
To the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mason Englert taking the mound for the Rays here. Still 1-0 Sox. Looks like we have another baseball in the field, Willie.
It's bouncing in the bullpens.
Bought you a little extra time. And saved everyone from me doing play-by-play.
You could call your first home run right here.
That would be sick.
Mason Englert onto the mound for the 2nd time in this series. Rafi has walked, flied out, and single. Here's the pitch. He takes down and in for ball 1.
How filthy was Whitlock, by the way?
Awesome.
11 pitches, 9 strikes. He had 7 swings. 5 of them were swing and miss.
This is his very best. Red Sox would love some insurance. 1-0. Pitch. Rafi fouls it off on the first base side. Good cutter in under his hands. And it is 1-1. Raffy waits, hands high. Pitch is swung on a miss, took a mighty rip. And it's 1-2. The seventh inning was sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. 617 and then 7 sevens. 1-2 to Devers. Pitch. Swinging a foul. A little late. On a heater. That's 1-2. Story next. And Abreu in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers pre-owned cars and trucks.
Englert, those cutter and changeup a lot. That's probably why you see Raffy late on that four-seamer that he does not throw very often.
Devers fouls it down the first base side and out of play, and it's 1-2.
That was the cutter there, off the hands. It's staying alive.
And then a remarkable homestand did Devers. Cooled a little bit since, but looking good at the plate tonight. 1-2. Pitch is in the dirt. He's seeing it well. Even as he struggled, Raffy is not chasing like he once did, and it's now 2-2.
Even when he was going bad, he was still taking his walks at least, but he was just swinging through literally everything.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Devers swings and lines it foul on the third base side. I think he'd like that one back.
Another four-seamer.
Spring is here. Ham it up with Spiral Sliced Ham at Shaw's and Star Market just in time for your Easter feasts. Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in, 99 cents a pound. 2-2 to Devers. Pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. It's not carrying tonight. Mangum in front of the warning track is there. Raffy got a little bit jammed there, and there's one away.
Just missed another one. Good at bat. Fouled off some tough pitches. Couple, maybe he should have put good wood on, but he was fighting it off, waiting for that cutter. Finally got it, but that was a good one and off the barrel.
So now with one down, here's Trevor Story, who's walked. Just missed a homer his last time. Again, we cannot see the Red Sox bullpen. I don't know what the script said coming into this game, but watching Whitlock in the 7th, hard to think he will not have the 8th.
Well, and Koras said, look, I always want to try to use him 2 innings. He's so effective multiple innings. That's a massive weapon for them in that bullpen.
Trevor digs in, the pitch outside.
And he's built for these type games, close games where you go to your best guys, your closer's down, likely. He's thrown 3 times in 4 days, just 5 pitches yesterday, but probably down. Then you want to have Slayton there in the 9th.
1-0 to Trevor. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball on the left side. Caminero cuts in front, throws wide of the bag, but handled over there by Aranda. And very quickly, 2 down.
Like Willier has got to be due for something special. He looked good. He let that breaking ball get deep, hit that double to left field his last at bat. And a lot of times when guys' timing is off and they hit that low liner to left, it gets lefties locked back in. If he gets one of these cutters over the plate.
He's already hit 3 homers and driven in 12. Base is empty, 2 down. The pitch, swinging a high foul. And a play on the left field side. That was a 4-seamer in the middle, and it's 0-1.
The scouting report on Englert says, hey, get ready for cutters and changeups, especially if you're a left-handed batter. But he's flipping that script a little bit and going heavy 4-seam so far to the lefties.
0-1, 1-0 Red Sox. The pitch is a little high. Another 4-seamer. 1-1. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. He rarely throws that 4-seamer. He's doubled up with it to Willier. 1-1. Swing and a foul. There's that cutter. But it was a good one. Off the plate and in, 1-2.
You can see the movement on that from up here in the booth. It gets about 2/3 of the way to the plate, almost to the dirt around home plate, and just boom, takes off in on the hands of lefties.
1-2. Willier waits. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Shortstop Walls looking up into the night sky, and Caminero is going to get there to make the play. Very quickly down go the Sox in the 8th inning. 1-0. It is Whitlock for the bottom half of this 8th inning. Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
In 2009, 3 days before Halloween, a grisly crime stunned the seaport town of Anacortes, Washington.
I can only describe it as evil.
From 48 Hours, this is Train to Kill, the dog trainer, the heiress, and the bodyguard.
He couldn't control his obsession.
Who was the hunter and who was the hunted? Follow and listen to Train to Kill on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now back to number one fan, the search for the top Sox diehard.
I have a tattoo of every Sox logo since 1908. Want to see?
I know every batter's walk-up song.
My husband proposed, and then a foul ball broke my nose. It was perfect.
Sound familiar? Enter MassMutual's Grand Slam giveaway for a shot at tickets and signed gear. For rules and entry, visit massmutual.com/Red Sox. No purchase necessary. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus ends 5 p.m. Eastern on 9/30. Grand prize entry period through 7/31/2025.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Celebrate Easter this Saturday and Sunday at the 99 Restaurant and enjoy delicious menu specials like pan-roasted lemon caper swordfish, their famous colossal lobster rolls, or prime rib dinner. You gotta love the nines.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Garrett Whitlock stays in the game for the bottom of the 8th. Jake Mangum, left-handed hitter, fouls the first pitch off of Narvaez. Slider from Garrett. And it's on 1. Looks like Garrett got a little cleanup haircut in Chicago, maybe. Looking good. Throwing the ball extremely well. 0-1. David Hamilton's homer, the only offense in the game. Here's a swing and a miss at a nasty changeup, and it's 0-2.
Goodness gracious. I mean, the bottom is just falling out of that pitch, and it comes out just like the fastball. And as a hitter, that comes out of the hand, and you're thinking, I have to gear up. Here comes 96 with movement, and then it just falls out. Bottom falls out of it.
8-9-1 for the Red Sox. Chapman is actually walking around in the Red Sox bullpen. That's surprising. 0-2. The pitch is on the ground to second. Hamilton plays the hop, throws to first in time. And there's one away. Casas dropped the transfer after making the grab over there. We take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The Rays understandably do not look at that play. Here's Taylor Walls with Diaz on deck. The pitch is a popped-up bunt back to home plate. And we'll get into the seats and out of play for strike 1.
You know, seeing Chapman walking around the bullpen, I still don't think it's going to be him next inning. Normally, if he is pitching in the 8th, he has his towel out, and he's doing those towel drills, warming up before he throws. He was holding sunflower seeds, unless he switched that towel out for some kettle-cooked seeds.
It would surprise us. The 0-1 to Walls is a strike on the outside corner. You want to face Yandy Diaz, who's on deck with the bases empty. He's 5 for 11 with a double and a homer against Whitlock. It's 0-2 to Walls. The pitch is strike 3 called. Slider at the bottom of the zone. Whitlock has it all going, and they're 2 away.
I mean, he hasn't even shown that pitch yet, and why not, right? The changeup's nasty, the fastball's filthy. He won't be looking for this, and he sure wasn't. Throws it on the slider down in the zone.
Just about every pitch he's thrown has been perfect.
Yep. We're going to need more of it here.
Because here is Yandy. Seems to get better the deeper games go. 2 down in the 8th. The pitch is in there for a strike. He went back to a sweeper. It fooled Diaz, and it's 0-1.
Gosh, you know, you see how good the other 2 pitches are, and now you have to worry about a third one. That was a show-me pitch to get to this one right here.
0-1 is swung on and fouled. A changeup. Good one from Whitlock again. And he's got Diaz in an 0-2 hole.
Such a good pitch. If you're thinking cat and mouse of baseball, All right, you get first pitch sweeper. I'm thinking, all right, here comes the heavy two-seamer on my hands. That's what the textbook tells you, and he goes to the changeup instead.
0-2, 2 down in the 8th. The pitch is a little low. Did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Narvaez thought he swung. Whitlock even took a hop to the dugout. No swing, 1-2.
It was close, but I don't think he went on that.
No, I don't either. 2 down in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Line drive in a center field, a base hit. He is a freak, Yandy Diaz is.
It's just silly.
Change up, one-hand swing, and the tying run is aboard.
By the way, that's a changeup below the zone. Not even a strike. That was a really good pitch, and he just throws the barrel at it.
Yeah, Chapman's still just kind of walking around. He's got seeds still in his hand, so he's not throwing tonight.
So you were telling me the numbers that Yandy had against Whitlock. I think you will take a single in that situation.
However, now here's their hottest hitter, Jonathan Aranda. He's the go-ahead run. He takes a perfect changeup for strike one. Whitlock has never seen Aranda. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. That's a beauty. Fastball right in there, and it's 0-2.
96. He's thrown so many changeups so far in these 2 innings. Hitters are starting to go up there and look for it, but then they have no chance of catching up to 96.
A high fly ball into left field, playable for Duran. He drifts in. He is there to make the play, and the inning is over. What a job by Garrett Whitlock. We go to the 9th. Red Sox 1, Rays nothing in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. Like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices and breakdowns every week. I'll be joined by hoop experts all year long. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking for a guaranteed way to grow your savings? Eagle Bank has you covered with the Elite Guaranteed Money Market. With a minimum daily balance of $20,000, you'll earn a 4.25% annual percentage yield guaranteed for 3 months. Remember, the Elite Money Market is FDIC and DIF insured. Act now and guarantee a 4.25% APY for 3 months with the Elite Guaranteed Money Market from Eagle Bank.
Eagle Bank, Eagle Bank.
Annual percentage yield is available as of 1/16/25. The Elite Guaranteed Money Market is available to newly deposited funds to Eagle Bank. Minimum balance to open the account is $20,000. For Eagle Bank transfers, a minimum of $20,000 if new money is required. APY is guaranteed for 3 months. After 3 months, it's variable and subject to change without notice. If the account balance drops below $20,000, the interest rate and APY revert to 0%. Fees may reduce the earnings on this account. Offer may be withdrawn at any time. Eagle Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Eric Orsi, right-hander, is on for the Rays as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Sox lead 1-0. To be Romy Gonzalez, Tristan Casas, and Carlos Narvaez scheduled to hit in the 9th. Orsi throws, and Romy takes a strike at the top of the zone. And it is 0-1.
Orsi's one of those odd guys that has a 95 to 97 mile per hour fastball, but throws a lot of changeups.
It is Rays' debut Monday. Here's a soft ground ball, beautifully fielded by the pitcher. He gloves and throws to first. Get the speedy Gonzalez. No pun intended, and there's one away.
Got my attention to that. Changeup right there. He throws it 50% of the time, even with that hard fastball he has. Hey, might I say, was that the best Garrett Whitlock has looked this season?
I think definitely. And maybe the best in a couple years.
I mean, 24 pitches, 21 strikes. And don't forget about Weissert. 20 pitches, 15 strikes.
Yeah, the bullpen's been awesome. Here's Tristan Casas. Pitch. in there for a strike. Rays bullpen's been good, too. I mean, the only offense in this game, the home run from Hamilton.
From the guy with probably the least amount of bats on the field today. At-bats, excuse me.
Tristan intentionally walked. He's 0 for 2. He takes outside. I mean, who knows? Maybe he only has a couple bats, too.
That's a good point.
Slayton is warming in the bullpen. Tristan has looked ready to launch this couple of days. 1-1. The pitch is low. Change up, 2-1.
3 changeups in a row. I believe that's 5 changeups in this inning. All 5 pitches have been the mid-80s changeup there from Orzi.
Carlos Narvaez is on deck. Tristan elects to use his time right here. Two and one. Here's the pitch. Casas swings and fouls it back. A slider. Top of the zone. He was in swing mode. The attendance, it's another sellout here in Tampa. Brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Whether you're craving fresh, hand-breaded chicken and chicken tenders or all breast meat, fried chicken sandwiches and nuggets, Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers.
Looks like yet another sellout.
Packed in here.
10,046, right?
I think it's been fun. 2-2 to Casas, the pitch. Check swing, he did not go, and that pitch misses outside. 3-2.
There's just, I know you're going to have to deal with the elements in the summer and the heat and the rain and the facilities here that aren't quite as nice in the clubhouses, but man, it's nice being in a full stadium.
3-2 is on the ground to the right side at the second baseman Montez. No, that's Lau now. He throws to first in time, and just like that, 2 down. There's a possibility that Casas reached. They might have run with Sogard and had him play defense in the ninth, but as it is, I think Tristan likely to stay in now. Here's Narvaez. Sogard came up for Bregman, who's on the paternity list. No official word yet whether they've got their second child into the world. Carlos swings and fouls the pitch back, and it's 0-1. What a way to send it off. 5 hits, 2 homers.
Right. Gosh. Leads all of baseball in total bases.
And he's done a lot of that damage in 2 games. 0-1 to Narvaez. That's low. Change up, and it's a ball and a strike.
What is it? 2 games. He's 9 for 10. 3 homers.
10 RBIs.
No big deal.
It's a month for some people.
Yeah.
1-1. Pitch. Low. And outside. 5 hits for each club. The Red Sox have the game's only run, thanks to the man on deck, David Hamilton. 2-1. Pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. This thing carrying back at the track. It is caught on the run by Mangum. Wow. He just took extra bases away from Narvaez. His batting glove is stuck in the padding of the wall. I've never seen that. Came out of his back pocket as he crashed into the wall. What a grab. And that kind of night, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Slayton looking to close it down. 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Psst. Hey, I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness from my pits to my...
Ooh, I love that it's a spray.
Me too. And it comes in sticks and creams, too. Go get your Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
I'm Rhett. And I'm Link. And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD-1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring is here. Ham it up with Spiral Sliced Ham at Shaw's in Star Market. Hey, it's Joe. Right now, pick up Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound, limit 2, while supplies last. That's right, just in time for your Easter feasts and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale. Short on time? Order ahead for free curbside pickup or get delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Justin Slayton is on for the bottom of the ninth inning. 1-0 Red Sox. He'll see Caminero, Morel, and Caballero. Steinbrenner Field. Down the road in St. Pete, you go into this kind of a bottom of the ninth with some dread. It seemed like weird things always happen there. Get out of here with a series win. Slayton 3 outs away from doing it. Right on right. Here's the first one. Caminero takes outside, a cutter at 95 miles an hour. And it's ball one. Slayton on the mound for the 8th time. Just numbers inflated by one bad outing. 6 innings, 4 runs. 1-0 pitch is high in the air into center field. Cedon has room in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. The batting glove from Mangum is still stuck in the padding out there.
That one scared me a little bit, Willie. That one came off the bat hot, but it's just not flying like it has been the rest of this series. But once again, that fly ball headed to center does remind us it's still, those batting gloves are still stuck in the fence.
Well, he had
both
no
of them, not even one, both of them.
It was in his back pocket. They just wedged right in there. That's almost impossible. Here's Christopher Morel, right-handed hitter. Slayton throws, swing, foul back to the screen.
98 from Slayton right there. He averages 96.5 on that four-seamer. 98. I knew he was going to be feeling good today when that first cutter was 95.
Now 1 for 3. 1-0 Sox. 1 down in the ninth. Slayton is ready. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-2.
98 again.
Way back on the infield. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Curveball. And the Red Sox are an out away.
That's filthy. 86 mile per hour curveball. Comes out flat. I mean, that thing started above the strike zone, ended up being caught on the ground by Narvaez. Good luck.
Tuned for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line. 2 down, bottom 9. 1-0 Red Sox. Caballero, the last hope. The pitch, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 98 again. And it's 0-1.
Somebody likes pitching in the warm weather, I think. East Texas boy, why not?
2 down, bottom 9. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Great curveball. And it's 0-2.
Slayton's out there talking to himself. It's weird when these guys get in the closer role, they turn into psychopaths.
The Red Sox fans are standing here in Tampa. 1-2. Pitch is low. Good curveball. Perfect pitch.
Good take right there. I don't know how you don't swing at that.
Well, this might as well be Fenway South. Remarkable. 1 strike away. Slayton looks into Narvaez. Sets at his belt. Here's the pitch. High fly foul. Played on the right field line, 98 again. And it stays 1-2.
Hasn't really shown much of the cutter this at bat. He's been curveballs down, fastball up. I like the cutter up above the zone just for a different look.
1-2 is just high. Curveball. It's 2-2. It's amazing. It's Red Sox Nation in Tampa. They're booing the fact that the Rays stay alive in the game. So many fans in Sox hats and jerseys standing. 2-2. Pitch is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Curveball, and the Red Sox win it. The bullpen was fabulous tonight. The Hamilton homer holds up, and the Red Sox win it 1-0, and they take 2 of 3 from the Tampa Bay Rays. Nissan postgame show next. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers. But you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Good to go.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Well, back in Tampa, the Red Sox beat the Rays. They win the series 1-0 the final. It turns out they only needed one swing for the man who joins us in the Sox dugout. That's David Hamilton. Hammy, you had to feel good to get rid of that one. Did you know you got enough off the bat?
No, I didn't. I thought I was going to get down, hopefully, or hit the wall, but it snuck over, so that was good.
You know, Hammy, just 24 at-bats this year, and it's tough. I've been in that role where you're not playing every day. You're getting pinch hits. It's tough. How have you been able to stay focused and keep your timing? Like, what work goes on behind the scenes to do what you did today?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy. Still working on it. But, you know, I feel like we're making some steps in the right direction and, you know, just trying to put in some work every day, get a little bit better every day, and see where it takes us.
You know, your manager is invested in getting you ABs. It's hard because the roster's so deep, David. So it's, you know, there's more players here right now. Has he communicated with you like he so often does about, you know, when he's going to come to you and how to stay sharp?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, like you said, because we got a solid group. You know, everybody here is just good players. So, you know, he tries to tell me every now and then that I'll get some opportunities, but, you know, like you said, I just try and stay ready as best as I can.
So, Hammy, what was it like playing behind that pitching staff today? I mean, 1-0 games don't happen very often. Newcomb was good, and that bullpen was absolutely lights out.
Yeah, that was fun. You know, it's easy to play defense behind those guys like that, throwing strikes and getting quick outs. So, yeah.
Pretty impressive bounce back yesterday, David. You know, the really rough start to this series, but we hear from everybody the clubhouse was totally calm and cool. What's the group like this year, and how are you able to kind of stay even-keeled like that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, we've only played, 20 games, so it's still pretty early. You know, some things aren't going the way we want to, but, yeah, I mean, like I said, we're just trying to get better every day, and, yeah, that was a good comeback win because they put it to us that first game. Yeah, came back and won the series, so hopefully we can keep that momentum rolling.
Always good. And an off day for the first time in more than 2 weeks. Enjoy that, David. Thanks so much.
Much needed. Thank you.
All right, that's David Hamilton. And it's amazing the way this game works. And I do think that it's a testament to a lot of different things going on here, Will. Yes, it's early. They're back to 500, 10 up, 10 down. Which I think, given the way they've played, the way that they haven't always been consistent, is a record that it kind of reflects the way it's gone and the one that they'll take into this next homestand with the White Sox And the Mariners, the pitching was the story tonight. I did not come to this ballpark thinking we would see a 1-0 game. And from Newcomb to Weissert to Slayton, they were awesome tonight on the mound.
If you told me it was going to be a 12-10 game, I would have said absolutely this is going to be a football score tonight with the way the ball was flying in BP, with the guys that were on the mound that can give up some runs. But Newcomb looked really good, kept the ball on the ground, and then the bullpen, Weissert, Whitlock, Slayton, 4 1/3, just that one hit from Diaz on the changeup from Whitlock, 0 walks and 9 strikeouts. Tons of strikes, just filling up the zone with nasty stuff. It was fun to watch.
They were absolutely dominant. I thought there was a really important start from Sean Newcomb. I mean, who knows? Bayo pitched again tonight. He's kind of lined up in that spot. Giolito a little bit further behind. Who knows with Hunter Dobbins, who's likely to start on Friday, but that was the best from Newcomb.
Yeah, absolutely was. He looked good. He had all his pitches working. I thought he finally started feeling that fastball and started leaning on it more, not as much on the changeup, the breaking ball, and the cutter. And the fastball was effective. And in this league, that still matters. A well-executed fastball can get you a long ways.
And I think one of the things that'll make Alex so happy, in addition to all the stuff we just discussed, is that the defense was great tonight again.
2 nights in a row, right? Stringing it together, because there is such a thing as a defensive slump. And this team has been in it. You can blame it on the weather. You can blame it on whatever you want. Doesn't matter. The plays weren't being made. And they've got to at this level. If the ball's on the ground, it should be an out with these guys that you have around this infield. So to see them string it together 2 nights in a row in a place where it is kind of hard to see the ball off the bat, the infield's a little sketchy at times. They played really well and made some big plays in the last 2 nights.
So they get it back to 500, 10 up and 10 down. Christian Arcand has got the rest of the Nissan postgame show. Friday night at Fenway Park, 7:10 first pitch. Another look at Martin Perez and the Chicago White Sox with revenge on the mind. I do think Hunter Dobbins will likely make that start. For the Red Sox, Mark Hayes, awesome as always down here in Tampa, as was Joe Braverman back at the flagship WEEI. For Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming saying so long from Steinbrenner Field. 1-0. The Red Sox win it. They take the series 2 of 3. Talk to you Friday night on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Radio Network.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the Nissan Rogue. Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlandEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlandEnergy.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. Christian Arcan here with you. Red Sox fans, as Sox, well, they had them all the way, right? A 1-0 win over the Tampa Bay Rays. A series so far that has gotten less and less exciting, I'd say, offensively over the course of the 3 games. The first one being a big blowout there with Tampa scoring 1 million runs. The Red Sox bounced back offensively last night for sure against Ryan Pepio. And then tonight, it was offense at a premium on both ends as Zach Littell. Pretty good start for him. Not as good as Sean Newcomb, though, who went 4 2/3 scoreless. The bullpen, though, really the story of this one, as they were magnificent, accounting for 9 strikeouts, 13 altogether on the night for the Red Sox. Justin Slayton picking up the save. A hold for Garrett Whitlock. He pitched 2 great innings, and Greg Weissert gets the win after an inning and a third, striking out 3. Really, really excellent game here from your bullpen, and the 1 run, of course, coming off the bat of David Hamilton. We'll get to him and a couple other thoughts on this game in just a moment. But first, the Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer and supporting the Jimmy Fund. Tonight, Red Sox pitchers had 13 strikeouts. That means another $650 to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. And for every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network will donate $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation, and you should too. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. That's cars with a K and the number 4. $40 more going, thanks to David Hamilton, who accounted for all the runs in this game with his solo shot. That was all the Red Sox would need, and that happened in the 3rd inning. And when I tell you this was a squeaker, I don't just mean the game. The home run was about 333 feet, I think I saw, 35, over that little right field porch, which, again, is there and all designed to look and feel like Yankee Stadium, and it certainly did tonight for David Hamilton. Red Sox end up benefiting from that, so thank you to George Steinbrenner Field for the win in this one. A win that the Red Sox, again, I think really needed. Not as much as they needed the win last night. That was more important. That set them up to possibly win the series. But now with this series win, and the fact that, as you just heard Will Middlebrooks and Will Fleming discussing, they're back to 500. They're 10-10. And what's more, they've now won 3 series and lost 3 series. They lost to Texas, Toronto, and Chicago. They've beaten Baltimore, St. Louis, and now here the Tampa Bay Rays. So it's really a good opportunity to, I don't want to say wipe the slate completely clean, because you can't do that, right? I mean, you are what you are. The season is what it is. You're 20 games in here. Everybody else is getting up to speed, so you can't just say it doesn't count, right? It's not like how the Patriots used to say, well, the first month of the season doesn't matter. It does. And we're not even a month into the season, which is kind of crazy here. There's still 12 games left just in the month of April alone. And the Red Sox at 10-10, I think, have a chance to not only salvage this month, but have this be a very good month if they continue to play well. And so far, you've seen bits and pieces of it. You've seen some good starts from the starters. Pretty good one tonight. You've seen some nights where the bullpen was dazzling like they were tonight. And you've seen some nights where the offense has really taken off, like in that St. Louis series or yesterday, for example, though that was mostly due to Alex Bregman in his 5-for-5 night. Seems like they missed him a little bit in the lineup here as they managed just 5 hits, which is the total of hits that he ended up with yesterday, just himself. So there you go. We will get to a couple other topics here that I want to touch on as the Red Sox have a day off tomorrow, a much-needed day off. It's been a while since they've had a day off. They will resume their season on Friday when they come home to host the Chicago White Sox, which, again, I think is a very nice opportunity here to sort of take this series win and continue your pivot and show the White Sox that what happened last week was a fluke, and that's not, you don't just get to come to Fenway and do that same thing again. That was a once in a lifetime type of series for them. That's the attitude and the mindset that they should have. And honestly, that's the truth, isn't it? The Red Sox are a good team. We know they're a good team. On paper, they're a very good team. On the field, they've been 500 team so far with some disappointing series, but we all know what they are, and we all know what the White Sox are. I hope they maximize this day off, and I hope on Friday they beat the tar out of the Chicago White Sox all weekend long. That would really butter my bread. All right, we got the Subaru of New England postgame scoreboard to get to. We'll get to the McFarland Energy play of the game, some more thoughts, and of course Red Sox review coming your way after we're done here on the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. We'll be right back.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Mark Tersi, president of Jackson Lumber and Millwork. Since 1946, we've been proud to provide quality custom millwork and trim to our customers.
Here at our Raymond Millwork facility, we have the newest technology, indoor machinery equipment, and our experienced millwork team is ready to build residential and commercial doors for your next project.
That's Larry Kernew, our veteran shop manager.
We also build interior and exterior window surrounds, custom stair parts, pocket doors, attic scuttles, and much more, all in the spirit of supplying builders with quality millwork for their residential and commercial projects.
If your job requires specialty work, our millwork team can customize a variety of interior and exterior doors and trim profiles to your specifications.
Our cutting-edge manufacturing systems and technology guarantee a quick turnaround on your order, and the Jackson fleet will deliver your order as soon as it is completed.
Contractors, builders, and homeowners, visit Jackson Lumber and Millwork in Lawrence, Woburn, Amesbury, and Raymond, New Hampshire for all your residential remodeling or commercial building materials and supplies. Online at jacksonlumber.com. That's Jackson Lumber and Millwork, providing solutions and delivering results since 1946.
Springfest at Lowe's means can't miss savings for your home and lawn. Right now, buy 3 bags, get 3 free on Miracle Grow 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on select exterior paint and stain via mail-in rebate. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mist tints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com,